tell you about my hometown, greatest in the Gopher State. I'll have to brag a little bit, but I really won't exaggerate. Big D-U-L-U-T-H, Duluth, Duluth. That's my hometown, Duluth, Duluth. That's my hometown. Where in the world could you ever find so much good fishing? Where else could you find a city that's completely air-conditioned? Where are the largest inland ports and the greatest outdoor sports? Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. UMD, Aerial Bridge and Northland Country Clubbers, the North Shore and the Skyline Drives and the Dukesport baseball lovers. It's recommended for a lifetime or just a day. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my Let me tell you about my hometown, greatest in the Gopher State. I'll have to brag a little bit, but I really won't exaggerate. Big D-U-L-U-T-H, Duluth, Duluth. That's my hometown, Duluth, Duluth. That's my hometown. Where in the world could you ever find so much good fishing? Where else could you find a city that's completely air-conditioned? Where are the largest inland ports and the greatest outdoor sports? Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. UMD, Aerial Bridge and Northland Country Clubbers, the North Shore and the Skyline Drives and the Dukesport baseball lovers. It's recommended for a lifetime or just a day. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my Let me tell you about my hometown, greatest in the Gopher State. I'll have to brag a little bit, but I really won't exaggerate. Big D-U-L-U-T-H, Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Where in the world could you ever find so much good fishing? Where else could you find a city that's completely air-conditioned? Where are the largest inland ports and the greatest outdoor sports? Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. UMD, Aerial Bridge and Northland Country Clubbers, the North Shore and the Skyline Drives and the Dukesport baseball lovers. It's recommended for a lifetime or just a day. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my Let me tell you about my hometown, greatest in the Gopher State. I'll have to brag a little bit, but I really won't exaggerate. Big D-U-L-U-T-H, Duluth, Duluth. That's my hometown, Duluth, Duluth. That's my hometown. Where in the world could you ever find so much good fishing? Where else could you find a city that's completely air-conditioned? Where are the largest inland ports and the greatest outdoor sports? Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. UND, Aerial Bridge and Northland Country Clubbers, the North Shore and the Skyline Drives and the Dukes for baseball lovers. It's recommended for a lifetime or just a day. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Let me tell you about my hometown, greatest in the Gopher State. I'll have to brag a little bit, but I really won't exaggerate. Big D-U-L-U-T-H, Duluth, Duluth. That's my hometown, Duluth, Duluth. That's my hometown. Where in the world could you ever find so much good fishing? Where else could you find a city that's completely air-conditioned? Where are the largest inland ports and the greatest outdoor sports? Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. UND, Aerial Bridge and Northland Country Clubbers, the North Shore and the Skyline Drives and the Dukes for baseball lovers. It's recommended for a lifetime or just a day. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Let me tell you about my hometown, greatest in the Gopher State. I'll have to brag a little bit, but I really won't exaggerate. Big D-U-L-U-T-H, Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Where in the world could you ever find so much good fishing? Where else could you find a city that's completely air-conditioned? Where are the largest inland ports and the greatest outdoor sports? Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. UND, Aerial Bridge and Northland Country Clubbers, the North Shore and the Skyline Drives and the Dukes for baseball lovers. It's recommended for a lifetime or just a day. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth, Duluth, that's my hometown.
as West drills one into deep left field. They're going to watch this one fly. Brylan West, a grand slam. What an inning for Duluth. They have blown this one open in the top of the 8th.
Duluth Huskies baseball is on the air, and it's time for today's game.
Well, good evening from Copeland Park here in La Crosse, Wisconsin, where tonight the Duluth Huskies look for their 7th straight win as they have an important early second half matchup with the La Crosse Loggers. Jon Willis speaking to you on the Duluth Huskies radio network, and it's been a lot of success as of late for the Duluth Huskies. As we will take a break here with the national anthem coming up on our pregame show. It's my conversation with head coach Marcus Pointer on the Duluth Huskies radio network.
Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies.
It's Duluth Huskies baseball on the Huskies radio network. I'm here with head coach Marcus Pointer. And coach, how about the doubleheader yesterday? You get the sweep over Rochester. It's now 6 wins in a row. You got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, it was a long day yesterday, but we had some timely hitting there in the first game, and then we were able to get some quality outs late out of the bullpen in the second game to secure another win.
How good was it to see, you mentioned it, getting up early, the long drive, and then the 2-hour delay for game one? How good was it to see the guys still come out the way they did?
Yeah, like I said, kind of all summer long. These guys, they're fairly easy to coach, man. They're competitive and they bring energy every day. So it's just my job to kind of put them in the right spot and give them a chance for success.
Now looking ahead to today, you got the La Crosse Loggers. They're obviously off to a very nice start here in the second half. So it's a big series between you guys. What have you seen from them to start the second half that's made them so good?
Yeah, I mean, they usually, this is when their kind of full roster gets in, and they're always competitive this time of year. So it's a good challenge for us, especially at their park on a weekend. It'll be a good crowd and whatnot. So our guys will be up for the challenge.
What's been key to the offense staying consistent? They've scored 10-plus runs in now the last 6 games as part of their 6-game winning streak. What's been the key to that consistently happening?
We're taking our walks, we're running the bases, and we're just putting together quality at-bats where we're stringing them together back to back to back. You've seen it's been a lot of kind of crooked numbers, and that only happens when guys are working together.
And what do you expect from the pitching staff today? Obviously, yesterday, your pitching staff did a really nice job, and out here against La Crosse with dangerous lineup, what do you expect to see from your pitching staff?
Yeah, exactly. Our guys just to compete in the zone, just attack the strike zone with different speeds and different zones, and give ourselves a chance to make plays on defense for them.
And then what will be the biggest key for your guys tonight?
Again, it's just is keeping momentum rolling, getting in the dugout with a 0, and then going from there. Or actually, we're in the top half, so maybe getting the lead early, and then just kind of playing from there. But again, it's going to always comes from pitching. Our offense has been fairly consistent, so it's a matter of if we get quality starting pitching and guys to pick up some big innings out of the pen.
Awesome, appreciate it. We'll meet the starters when we come back on the Huskies Radio Network. Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate, courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube. Huskies fans, when searching for your new or new-to-you vehicle, as a proud supporter of our very own Huskies and our Duluth community, Volkswagen of Duluth provides you with a fantastic selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles to view and test drive. From the affordable Jetta sedan and Taos crossover to the 3-row Atlas with enough room for the entire family and all your outdoor activity gear, Volkswagen of Duluth has your solution. Contact us today for your exclusive Volkswagen experience. Volkswagen of Duluth, your local sponsor for our Duluth Huskies.
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
Collector's Connection, located in Village Square Mall, buys and sells sports cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic, the Gathering cards. They also have comics, CDs, vinyls, and DVDs. Stop by the store for sleeves that fit your cards like a glove and find the newest hit for your collection.
Back from the national anthem, that was head coach Marcus Pointer on our pregame show. Big thanks to him for once again talking with me before this one. So again, a very early second half matchup, but one that is very important with how competitive the Great Plains East is right now. Right now, Waterloo leads the division with their record of 8-1. Huskies with their 6-game win streak, they are 7-3 in the second half, and so they are a game and a half back of Waterloo. And La Crosse, who's also off to a fantastic start in the second half, they are 7-1 in the second half and 9-1 in their last 10 games. So two teams that have been extremely hot as of late, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Both teams averaging over 10 runs per game in their last 10 games, and so this should be a very competitive matchup here tonight as the Huskies and the Loggers battle this one out. Let's take a look at the Duluth lineup. Couple of changes, but pretty similar. Josh Duarte will lead off once again after getting Game 2 off yesterday. He'll be in left field. Max Coop will bat second. He'll be in right field. Brandon Compton to follow. He'll be the designated hitter. Callan Alverson will be the third baseman. He'll be batting cleanup. Mike Holquist will bat fifth. He's at second base. Jared Medham, after leading off in Game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday, will bat sixth. Kaysen Wells will bat seventh and be in center field. Lucas Kelly is back into the starting lineup. He's batting eighth and will be at first base. And Jack Vanocini will be the catcher. He's batting ninth. In the outfield for the Loggers, it'll be Ben Ziegler-Namoa in center, Mick Paul in center, and Ziegler-Namoa in left, with Fry in right. DeCrescio will be at third base, Mitchell at short, Sweat at second, King at first, and Neary behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes for Cole Abbott, the 6'3" right-hander from Cowley Community College, who will be the starting pitcher for the Loggers, making his second start of the season. His first one was rough. He went July 6th against Bismarck in a 12-8 win, threw only an inning. Didn't make it to the second. He went 5 runs, 6 hits, a strikeout, and a walk. And so we'll be looking to build a little bit off of that one against a powerful Duluth lineup that is still number 1 right now in batting average and in a lot of offensive categories. And so he has a tall task today. Again, the Huskies' record has now jumped to 23-19 after their win yesterday overall. 6 straight wins. They are third in the Great Plains East, but can pick up some ground on La Crosse as they only find themselves 1 game back of La Crosse, a game and a half back of Waterloo. So even though it is very early in the second half, this game has some big implications for this one. Pretty cool ballpark here at Copeland Park. It is turf infield, but the mound is still dirt, which is awesome. And then it's a grass outfield, and it is a packed house here tonight. Grandstand full in front of me, and most the first and third base side full as well. We are ready to get this one started. It'll be Duarte to lead things off. Duarte, who has continued to stay hot at the plate. Still first in the league in batting average. His batting average sitting at .405. And so he will lead things off against Cole Abbott, who again threw 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 inning of work. So that ERA inflated after his first start of the season. And again, looking for some more success. First pitch popped up high on the right side. Aiden Sweat, the second baseman, will make the catch, and a quick out number 1. That's what Duarte does. He's going to swing at the first pitch he sees, and he pops out. First pitch at 6:36 tonight. Game time temperature of 81 degrees. It is a very warm evening for baseball, one of the warmer ones that the Huskies have dealt with. Yesterday was pretty cool. It was mid-60s for the Huskies back in Rochester. First pitch misses to Max Coop. Winds coming out of the west at 6 miles an hour, so not a whole lot of wind to speak of, but the one that is blowing from right to left as Coop pops one up and out of play. 1-1. Max Coop has been swinging a hot bat as of late as well. He had a really good performance in the pair of games against Rochester yesterday as he fouls one back. He was 2 for 4 in game 2. 2 RBIs, a double, 2 runs, a strikeout, 2 walks, and was 2 for 2 on stolen bases. And one of those was stealing home. He caught one of the Rochester pitchers off guard as there's a breaking ball, swung on, grounded to third. Crescio throwing to first will just retire Coop. And quickly, 2 gone here in the first. So this is a much better start for Cole Abbott. Again, after he was only able to go 1 inning in his first appearance, as he quickly retires 2 of the hottest hitters in the league. Here's Brandon Compton, who's been in that 3 spot, DHing pretty much all season. Makes a fastball strike 1. That fastball sits high 8s. The last one clocking it at 89 miles an hour. Compton on a successful day, 3 for 9 in 2 games against Rochester yesterday as there's a breaking ball away. Walked 2 times, had 2 RBIs along with a run. His RBI total up to 41 on the season, which right now is first in the Northwoods League. Him and Mike Hallquist have been going back and forth at that total as there's a fastball outer half called strike 2. Alverson, 3 of his home runs that he's hit this season have been against the Loggers. They've played in 4 games so far this season. The Huskies lead the season series 4-0 as he's fooled on a breaking ball, swings and misses. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Huskies in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score. Due up, it'll be Paul, DeCrescio, and King in the bottom of the first. No score. Bottom of the first coming up next on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Collectors Connection, located in Village Square Mall, buys and sells sports cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic, the Gathering cards. They also have comics, CDs, vinyls, and DVDs. Stop by the store for sleeves that fit your cards like a glove and find the newest hit for your collection.
Support for the Huskies comes from Bent Paddle Brewing Company in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District, featuring Bent Paddle's World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, Bent Hop IPA. The star flagship of Bent Paddle is available throughout Wade Stadium as well as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. And introducing for the first time, canned Wade Wit. You can pick up a Wade Wit here at the stadium or at Bent Paddle's Brew House on Michigan Street.
Huskies go 3-up, 3-down in the top of the first, and it's now time to meet the starting lineup for La Crosse. Mick Paul will lead off and be in center field. Justin DeCrescio will bat second and be at third base. Dylan King will bat third, will be at first. Ethan Fry will bat cleanup and be in right field. Ben Ziegler-Namoa, the two-way player, will bat fifth and be in left field. Ian Sweat will bat sixth and be at second. Danny Neary will bat seventh and catch. Troy Leneve will be the designated hitter and bat eighth, and Gable Mitchell will round out the starting nine. He'll be at shortstop. In the outfield, pretty similar to what we've seen, Duarte in left, Wells in center, Coop in right field. Halverson heads back to third after being in right field yesterday. Medham's at short, Hallquist at second, Kelly is at first, and Vanacini will be doing the catching for Devin Dodson, making his first start for the Huskies since June 8th against Thunder Bay. That's over a month ago. He dealt with that injury, has started to come back in a reliever role, and now he will be making his first start since early June. Right now, ERA is a bit inflated right now. He's got a 9.75 ERA. He came in and mop-up duty in that top of 11th in that crazy 10-run inning as part of that 23-18 game against St. Cloud, and gave up 5 runs, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks, but he pitched last July 8th against Minnesota. Pitched an inning of no-run ball, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and now back into the starting role, which is what he was to begin the season. Broken bat, Mick Paul sends it to first. Kelly will flip it back to Dodson, and quickly went away, and that's really important for a guy making his first start in a while, is just to find that first out, and he finds it on 1 pitch. Paul grounds out, and this will bring up Justin DeCrisio. But for Dotson, his first start of the season was his best. Back June 2nd against Minot, he went 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 1 walk. As there's a high pop-up foul and out of play. It's 0-1. His last start of the season came against Thunder Bay. He took the loss in that 8-6 loss. Gave up 7 earned runs in 4 innings. There's a fastball that misses low. It is 1-1. Crescio, one of many players that the Huskies have not seen so far this season, even playing 4 times. There's a grounder to short. Medham's on it. Long throw over to first. It's in time. And quickly 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. So efficient work from Devin Dotson here early. As this will bring up Dylan King.
First baseman, Dylan King.
King from the University of North Carolina. He played in one of the games. Again, Huskies lead this season series 4-0. First 2 games were at Wade Stadium. The second 2, the 19th and the 20th, were here at Copeland Park. And King played in that game. He was 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk when he saw the Huskies. High pop-up on the infield. Right in the center. Hallquist from second base will make the catch just into the outfield. And just like the top of the first, it's a 3-up, 3-down inning in the bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second in a scoreless game. It's Halverson, Hallquist, and Medham due up in the top of the second on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Damaged auto glass is a drag. Let City Auto Glass make the process simple and get you fixed up safely and efficiently. They work with all insurance carriers and do the most of the legwork to make your glass claim process simple and stress-free. All City Auto Glass work is warranted for as long as you own the vehicle too. Visit cityautoglass.com to learn more. Employee-owned City Auto Glass. Your safety, our business.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
Fans, the Duluth Huskies will be back at home the week of July 16th for 5 straight games. On the 16th, it's Books and Baseball Night as the Huskies take on St. Cloud at 3:05. On the 18th, when the Huskies take on La Crosse, it's Shriners Night with Bark at the Park happening on the 19th. And for the 2-game set with Minnesota, it's Aflac Day on the 20th, and to wrap up the homestand, it'll be Proctor Night. The final 4 games of the homestand start at 6:35, with gates opening an hour before. Join us.
Top of the second from the Lumber Yard here in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Copeland Park. Jon Willis speaking to you on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network. The Huskies right now looking for their 7th straight win. After they started the second half 1-3, they are 7-3 in their last 10. La Crosse is 9-1 in their last 10. These are 2 of the hottest teams in the Northwoods League. Callan Halverson sends a grounder to short. Mitchell will throw on to first. Will be in time. And that's now 7 straight batters to start this game on both sides that have been retired. It's been a quick pace so far. Here's Mike Hallquist. Hallquist had a hit in both games against Rochester yesterday. Was 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a double in game 2. Struck out as well as he looks at a fastball up and in. Game 1, he had 2 hits, a run and a strikeout. Breaking ball, grounded through into left field, just gets past the diving glove of DeCrisio at third. Hallquist with a 1-out single, and the first base runner on either side is Mike Hallquist. Hallquist adds to his hit total. He was on a 17-game on-base streak coming into this game, so that gets it up to 18, as here is Jared Medham. Medham, who has been unbelievable in the 10 games so far for Duluth as he looks fastball away, 1-0. And in Game 2 against Rochester, hit his first home run of the season. He was 2 for 3, a home run, 2 RBIs. He scored 4 runs. He had 3 walks, 1 for 1 on stolen bases. The on-base percentage has been crazy so far through 10 games as he takes a breaking ball away. It's 2-0. 542 on-base percentage so far in 10 games. That number continues to climb. Has to play some more games before that starts to qualify for league leading statures. There's a high chopper that just gets over the glove of King at first. Into right field. Hallquist digging for third. He's in there sliding. Runners at the corners. King came in on the ball, and then it ended up going over his head. And this will set up Cason Wells nicely. So a big opportunity for Duluth here early after going 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Now have back-to-back hits. And here's Cason Wells. First pitch he looks at, breaks a little low. Wells batting .326 in 26 game. His .488 on base percentage is second in the Northwoods League. Reached base a couple times yesterday again. There's a breaking ball strike on the inner half, 1-1. He walked 4 times in 2 games, also had 2 hits. He had 2 stolen bases, and he had 2 runs. He just continues to play fundamental baseball for this Duluth Huskies team. Continues to get on base. Taking off for second is Jared Medham. The ball skipped it low from Neary, and so an easy stolen base for the shortstop. So now 2 runners in scoring position. For Medham, that's his 8th stolen base of the season, this being only his 11th game. So that number is only going to continue to climb. 2 balls, 1 strike on Cason Wells. There's a breaking ball that breaks right over the heart of the plate. It's 2-2. Now you got to try to find a way to retire Wells at the plate here. Infield. All the corner infielders come in. 2 inner infielders still playing at normal depth as Wells lines one. But a jumping catch is made at second by Aiden Sweat. My goodness, what a catch. That one was lined sharply off the bat of Wells, and Sweat uses all of that 5'8" frame to get that one. He holds Hallquist at third, even falling to his back after catching it, and now 2 gone. Wow. Here's Lucas Kelly with 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch, a breaking ball, misses inside. Lucas Kelly on the season batting .212. It's been a while since he's been in the lineup. His last one coming July 5th against St. Cloud, and he was good. He was 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run as he lifts one in the air deep to center field. McPaul chasing after it will make the catch at the warning track. And the Huskies, after having 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out, will not be able to take advantage here in the top of the second. We will head to the bottom of the second. Due up for La Crosse, it's Fry, Ziegler, Namoa, and Sweat. After 1.5, no score. Bottom of the second coming up next on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Husky fans, next time you go to a game, remember that the First Base Beer and Concessions is staffed by board members of North Country Ride. When you buy beer or concessions on the First Base side, your tips will directly support North Country Ride, a nonprofit organization giving therapeutic horse rides to children with disabilities. To learn more, visit their information table in the main concourse or online at ncride.com.
Hey Huskies fans, see how the action in tonight's game stacks up against the rest of the league. Check out highlights, game recaps, and top plays on the Northwoods League pregame show, which is broadcasted daily and available for free with on-demand viewing. Visit the Northwoods League website at www.duluthhuskies.com to watch all 72 games.
Northwood League fans, your exclusive home for digital NFT player card packs to own and trade is nwldigitaldugout.com. For a limited time only, all fans who purchase 1 Rising Stars pack at the regular price of $25 will receive a free special edition digital card you can't buy anywhere at any price, and also be entered to win an official Rawlings bet. Contest ends at 11:59 Central on August 18th, so visit nwldigitaldugout.com on your phone or computer today.
Celebrating a milestone later this year or next? Create a memorable culinary event for you, your family, and friends they will never forget. Step out from the norm and serve your guests Northwoods-inspired artisan pizzas. Log Home Wood Fire Pizzas bring their mobile wood-fired oven and trailer on-site to your wedding, rehearsal dinner, graduation, birthday, anniversary, and corporate event. Select dates are available for 2022, and they are booking now for 2023.
Bottom of the second. Abbott was able to get out of a jam in the top of the second after having runners at second and third with one out. A line out to Glove of Sweat helped, and then Lucas Kelly flew out to center to end off the inning as Devin Dodson misses in on Ethan Fry, who's set to lead off this bottom of the second. Loggers looking for some more success after they went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first as Fry fouls one off first base side. Again, sometimes for a pitcher like Dodson, who has not had a start since early June, just getting through that first inning is all he needs for his momentum, and then he gets right back into the swing of things. It's 2-1 now on Ethan Fry. Fry from Louisiana State University watches a breaking ball miss. 286 batting average this season so far, a home run, 5 RBIs. As Dodson misses away on another breaking ball, and it's a leadoff walk to Ethan Fry. So similar to what the Huskies were able to do after they went 1-2-3 in the first, they're able to get their first base runner of the game here in the second. And that'll bring up Ben Ziegler-Namoa. Ziegler-Namoa, the two-way player, listed as a pitcher on the roster, but has played more in the lineup and in the field this season. Looks at a fastball away. It's 1-0. From the University of Hawaii, batted .301 with 3 home runs, 26 RBIs in the spring. Had an on-base percentage of .419 as he drills one pretty well into right field. Max Coop at the warning track will make the catch, and Ziegler-Namoa is retired. Almost got all of that one, but just a little bit under it. And Max Coop was right there.
Loggers second baseman, Aiden Sweat.
So now here's Aiden Sweat from Liberty University. Played in only 7 games so far for lacrosse, but has done a good job so far in those 7. 286 batting average, is taking off for second base is Fry, and he's in there easily. He got a really good jump. No throw was made from Vanacini. First pitch was a strike throw from Dodson. This puts a runner in scoring position, though. 0-1. Big swing and a miss on a fastball. It's 0-2. But in the 7 games so far, he's batting .286, a home run, 14 RBIs, 2 doubles, .432 on base percentage, but small sample size, only 7 games. But he's been a immediate addition to this lineup. Again, this is a lacrosse team that looks very different than the last time the Huskies saw them. That one's fouled off and out of play. 1-2. Last time they played was June 20th. It was that crazy 13-11 game here at Copeland Park that the Huskies won. But again, only 4 players in the lineup tonight are players that the Huskies saw the first time around. Breaking ball misses away. It's 2-2. Sweat played in both games of the doubleheader yesterday against Eau Claire. He was 1 for 5 with 4 runs, but he walked 5 times. Took a lot of pitches in what was a very successful day as he check swings, and it ends up going fouled on the first base line. It's still 2-2. And it's tough, and we talked about this with Coach Pointer, for a team to sweep a same-day doubleheader. But both the Huskies and the Loggers are coming off doing that, and both against pretty good teams. La Crosse did it yesterday against first-half champion Eau Claire. Huskies with their 2 high-scoring wins against Rochester as he misses up on a fastball. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Huskies, again, have scored 10-plus runs in their last 6 games. They're the best offense right now in the Northwoods League. Taking off for third base is Ethan Fry. There's a grounder to short. Medham throw off of 1 foot is off the bag, and it gets away. Throws off target. It ends up getting into the dugout, and so Ethan Fry will come home and score. And it's 1-0 La Crosse. Aiden Sweat will be given second. That is a rare error at shortstop by Jared Medham. He has been so reliable this year at that position so far. But that throw was just well down the line, and Kelly had no chance at it. His first pitch misses to Danny Neary. 1-0 La Crosse now here in the bottom of the second. Neary sends a grounder to second. There's Hallquist. Throw over to first will be in time. Sweat advances to third, but now 2 gone. Two outs for Troy Leneve. A redshirt junior from Vanderbilt. Left-hander standing at 6 foot. Bats left, throws right. It's a first pitch breaking ball that misses up. Leneve so far has played in 9 games, batting .184, 3 RBIs. He struggled a little bit as of late. He's 0 for 13 in his last 3 games. So looking to break out of a funk here as he sends a grounder. Diving play by Hallquist can't be made at second. It just squeaks past his glove. It's an RBI single for Troy Leneve, and it's 2-0. All right, when I said Leneve was looking for a hit to kind of get out of the funk he's been in, he finds it. That's exactly what he needed, and it's now 2-0 La Crosse. In the bottom of the second, here's Gable Mitchell. Mitchell comes in with 2 outs and 1 on. He fouls one off third base side to lead off this at-bat. Mitchell from the University of Iowa, batting .273 on the season so far. 16 RBIs. He's walked 19 times in 30 games as well. That has that on-base percentage up to .409 on the season. Pickoff move over to first to check on Troy Leneve. So an E6 that scores Ethan Fry, and then an RBI single from Troy Leneve, and La Crosse is up 2-0. 0-1 from Dodson. Fastball in her half will just miss. Count is 1-1. Mitchell played a couple games with Iowa in the spring, was 4 for 33. And had 5 RBIs with a pair of doubles. As he rips one foul down the first base line, it's 1-2. Third-ranked player in Iowa out of high school by Prep Baseball Report. His family history of playing at Iowa in different sports, obviously coming from Iowa City, playing with the Hawkeyes. Ball and 2 strikes. They'll again pick off over to second. To first to Leneve to check on. Leneve, who had the RBI single, put the Loggers up 2-0. Mitchell lifts one high in the air to left. Duarte moves over to his left to make the catch. And that'll be it here in the bottom of the second. But the Loggers break the scoreless tie. They score 2 runs on a hit and error, and they leave 2 on base. We head to the top of the third. It'll be Vanacini, Duarte, and Coop do it for Duluth. After 2 complete innings of work, it's 2-0 La Crosse on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
St. Luke's has 14 primary care clinics throughout the region ready to care for your healthcare needs. Plus, more than 30 specialty care clinics from allergy specialists to cardiologists to weight loss physicians. Experience St. Luke's mission to put the patient above all else. Learn more at slhduluth.com.
Fans hit a home run with Radiant Window Cleaning Incorporated. They offer free estimates on residential window cleaning, commercial window cleaning, power washing, and gutter cleaning. Give them a call at 218-721-2323 or visit www.radiantwindowcleaning.com. Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies.
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate, courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube.
Hi, I'm Owen Kasanovich, Highlights Director for the Duluth Huskies. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Well, La Crosse scores a pair of runs in the bottom of the second. They now lead it 2-0 here on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network. They were able to score off the error to score Ethan Fry and then an RBI single from Troy Leneve as Jack Vanacini looks at one high and in to lead off top of the third. Vanacini, his last start coming game 2 against Thunder Bay. Looks at a breaking ball called strike one. It's 1-1. Vanacini had a strikeout and a walk. 0 for 4 against Thunder Bay. Some good swings on the ball. It's just they went right to the fielders. Looks at one down low and in on a fastball. It's 2-1. Right now he's trying to get out of a little bit of a funk. He's 0 for 13 in his last 4 starts. Sends a grounder foul down the third base line. It's 2-2. So a mini slump for him, but he's still putting good contact to the ball, having competitive at-bats and walking, which has been a staple for him. He's got a .379 on base percentage in 14 games. He takes a lot of pitches. He's walked 11 times in 14 games, and he's battling here. Looks at a breaking ball away. It's a full count. Cole Abbott has looked good on the mound so far to give up the pair of hits in the second, but got out of it thanks to some great defense by Aiden Sweat at second base. As Vanacini sends one to third. Diving play by DeCrisio. Long throw over to first. It won't be in time. Vanacini will slide in. That'll be an infield single for the catcher. So that was just a really hard hit ball. I think DeCrisio is just glad he could come up with that one. Over at third. So here's Duarte. Back to the top of the order for Duluth. Duarte 0 for 1. He was swinging at the first pitch that he saw, like he does. First pitch to him, he shows bunt, backs off, looks at a fastball low at the knees, called strike one. Duarte coming into the game, .405 batting average, which is still first in the Northwoods League. Still leads the league in all categories he has been, runs and hits. So he sends a grounder to short to Mitchell. Mitchell to second for one. Throw over to first is in time. 6-4-3 double play. Mitchell to Sweat to King. And 2 gone. It is not often that Duarte grounds into a double play because usually his speed is able to beat out those throws, but that was just a very well executed double play by this La Crosse defense. So now 2 outs for Max Coop. And the base is empty. Huskies trailing 2-0. He fouls back the first pitch he sees. Coop 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. He had a 2 for 4 performance, game 2 against Rochester. He's got his batting average up to .310 on the season as he swings and misses at a breaking ball. It's 0-2. 8 for 19 in his last 4 games. He has a hit in 6 of his last 7. He's been swinging the bat well lately. He's got the count at 0-2. Here it comes from Abbott. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Strikeout number 2 for Cole Abbott, and the Huskies end up going in order here in the third. We'll head to the bottom of the third, due up for this lacrosse team. It'll be top of the order with Paul DeCrisio and King. After 2.5, it's still a 2-0 Locker advantage on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies!
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate, courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube.
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
We're in the bottom of the third here from Copeland Park in La Crosse, Wisconsin. The Huskies made just about the hour drive earlier today after their doubleheader in Rochester yesterday. McPaul to lead things off for La Crosse after they scored 2 runs back in the second. A lot of it was helped off that error at short. And then Huskies got a base runner in the top of the third, but then a double play at the bat of Duarte ended that rally. First pitch fastball strike to McPaul from Louisiana State University. Played in 12 games in the spring. He was the #1 ranked outfielder out of Utah in 2022 as he fouls this one out and out of play. 0 for 1 with a ground out to Kelly at first. Got a 5-game hitting streak right now. 4 of those have been 2-hit games. It's been a solid option at the top of the lineup for La Crosse all season. Fouls this one off. I mentioned earlier that a lot of roster turnover in the second half so far for this La Crosse team, but McPaul, one of the guys who's played 30-plus games in the lineup. Not a lot of those guys left, only about 3 are you. As that one's going to be called strike 3. Fastball in the inner half of the plate. Gets McPaul looking. First strikeout for Devin Dodson. Nice answer by Devin Dodson after the 2-run inning. First pitch, a fastball lined up the middle, gets down in front of Cason Wells. Justin DeCrisio's on with a 1-out single. So his second hit of the ball game so far. Again, Dodson, this being his first start since June 8th against Thunder Bay. But working back into this role for the Huskies. Here's Dylan King, the left-hander, with 1 away, and Grisio standing at first. Righty to lefty matchup. First one that is lined up the middle. Down once again in front of Wells. Back-to-back hits. So they'll put runners at first and second for Ethan Fry. Right now they've been piecing up these last couple pitches and swinging early in counts too. Fry has walked so far in his first plate appearance, walked and scored back in the second. Looks at a breaking ball away. It's 1-0. Fry, this being his 6th game of the season, has a hit in every game he's played so far. His first appearance was back on July 5th. As he pops one up foul territory, first base side. Kelly Dodson and Vanacini will give it a look, but it bounces on top of the overhang. Count is 1-1. Fry also has a home run already this season. That came July 6th against Bismarck. Looking for his first hit of this ball game here in the bottom of the 3rd. Again, after walking in the 2nd, he also stole a base on his way around the base paths. 1-1, breaking ball misses away. It's now 2-1. Again, Fry from LSU. He said his dream was always to play there, and so pretty cool for him getting to play big-time school like that as Dodson chases Justin DeCrisio back to second base. Count still 2-1. Dodson dealing with more runners on the base paths as there's a high fly ball left field. Duarte chasing after it near the warning track, and he makes the catch as he bangs up against the wall. Tagging from second and in at third is DeCrisio. But what a catch by Josh Duarte. Continues to make it look easy out and left. Again, he had to jump up. His back hit the wall. Now a chance to try to get out of this for Devin Dodson. They left 2 runners on the base paths back in the 2nd, even with the 2-run inning. Now the Huskies trying to force them to do the same with Ben Ziegler-Namoa at the plate. Ziegler-Namoa, another one of the guys who's played 30-plus games this season for La Crosse. He was one of the 4 players in the lineup that saw Duluth first time around this season. La Crosse looking for their first win against the Huskies this summer. First pitch, a fastball at 88, will miss low to Ziegler-Namoa. He's on a 3-game hit streak, 6-game on-base streak. Has yet to get on base tonight with his 1 plate appearance. He was 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field back in the 2nd inning. 1-0. 1-0. High pop-up, shallow right field. Max Coop running after it. And near the first baseline, he will make the catch. And once again, the Huskies will force the Loggers to leave 2 runners on base here in the 3rd. Well, to the top of the 4th, it'll be Compton, Halverson, and Hallquist due up for Duluth. After 3 complete, it's a 2-0 lead for La Crosse. You're listening to the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Huskies fan.
Huskies fans, when searching for your new or new-to-you vehicle, as a proud supporter of our very own Huskies and our Duluth community, Volkswagen of Duluth provides you with a fantastic selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles to view and test drive. From the affordable Jetta sedan and Taos crossover to the 3-row Atlas with enough room for the entire family and all your outdoor activity gear, Volkswagen of Duluth has your solution. Contact us today for your exclusive Volkswagen experience. Volkswagen of Duluth, your local sponsor for our Duluth Huskies.
Collectors Connection, located in Village Square Mall, buys and sells sports cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic, the Gathering cards. They also have comics, CDs, vinyls, and DVDs. Stop by the store for sleeves that fit your cards like a glove and find the newest hit for your collection.
Support for the Huskies comes from Bent Paddle Brewing Company in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District. featuring Bent Paddle's World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, Bent Hop IPA. The star flagship of Bent Paddle is available throughout Wade Stadium as well as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. And introducing for the first time, canned Wade Wit. You can pick up a Wade Wit here at the stadium or at Bent Paddle's Brew House on Michigan Street.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
We're through 3 complete, ready for the top of the 4th. Jon Willis with you on the Duluth Huskies radio network. It's a 2-0 lead for La Crosse, both runs coming in the bottom of the 2nd. Brandon Compton set to lead things off in the top of the 4th. Compton 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout. And so looking to get on base for the first time here tonight. He fouls the first pitch back from Cole Abbott, who's done a solid job so far. 3 innings pitched, no runs, 3 hits. He struck out 2, only no walks as well. Again, after he was only able to go an inning in his first appearance, he looks much more comfortable as he bounces one in front of the plate. Well short, it's 1-1 on Compton. Compton, his last game at home, he hit a home run against Thunder Bay. Looks at a breaking ball inside. It's 2-1. 2 out of his last 3 games. He's had 2 hits, so has been getting on multiple times this season. As there's a fastball low, it's now 3-1. And talked about it yesterday, but he's been getting more and more discipline at the plate. Mentioned he's walked twice in the pair of games against Rochester. He's taking more pitches, and he takes another one there outside. It's a walk. He's now walked 26 times this season. And that's got that on-base percentage creeping up to almost 400. It's .399 coming into the game. So a leadoff walk to Brandon Compton. Compton, who continues to be patient at the plate, even with his power. As first pitch misses away on a fastball. Man, he was showing off that power in batting practice today, too. They have a couple kind of little buildings out in right field. Different sponsors on it. As there's a breaking ball that misses low. Compton will head to second. He's in there on a wild pitch. But he was hitting a couple off the roofs of the buildings out in right field. Went opposite field, too, and hit the scoreboard at one point. On left center, they got a scoreboard and then a video board on top. It's a very cool ballpark here in La Crosse. And again, a full house tonight. 2-0, Halverson fouls it off his foot. It's 2-1. Again, a team that's been rolling as of late. And, you know, almost Friday game. Huskies will be back here again tomorrow at 6:35. 2 balls, 1 strike on Kellen Halverson, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. As Cole Abbott will step off. Compton is in scoring position. Huskies trying to cut into this lead. Only trailing by 2. The 2-1. Fastball in the outer half just misses. It'll be 3-1 on Halverson. Halverson trying to up his 5-game on base streak. Reached off the walk in game 2 against Rochester. He's got 34 RBIs, which would lead most teams. As it's a second straight walk from Cole Abbott. So that puts runners at first and second for Mike Hallquist. As now they will come out and talk with Cole Abbott here. He struggled a little bit with command here in the fourth after not in the first 3 innings. So we're just going to come try and settle things down. With this game in the favor of the Loggers so far, a 2-0 lead. Just a mound visit. No changes made. Both teams with 3 hits here early in this one, and Huskies have an opportunity here in the top of the fourth with runners at first and second, and nobody out. So here's Mike Hallquist, who is 1 away from tying the Huskies' all-time record for home runs in a season. He's been sitting at 9 for a couple games. First pitch to him, a fastball right down the heart of the plate. It's 0-1. Hallquist is currently second in the league in batting average, third in doubles, first in home runs, tied for second in RBIs, first in slugging, and second in OPS. 0-1 to Hallquist. Another fastball. Pretty similar spot, that one at 86. It's 0-2. On base percentage at .431 so far through 34 games. 0-2. He spoils this one off foul. Up to his 17-game on-base streak to 18 with his single back in the second. Already 1 for 1 on the night. After his 2 RBI performance in Game 2 against Rochester, he had 3 hits in the day total. 0-2, a breaking ball. That one just misses. A little bit high and a little bit out. Nice pitch on an 0-2, though. Of course, you don't want to throw anything too good, especially with 2 strikes. And when you're ahead, to try to make the hitter work a little bit. Here's the 1-2 once again. And Hallquist fouls another one back. This is an impressive at-bat here between Cole Abbott and Mike Hallquist. Huskies have been best when they are getting into the bullpen, so trying to make Abbott throw as many pitches as possible and get into that bullpen as quick as possible, because that's when they have really come alive offensively, when they can jump on starters and get into the bullpen. 1-2, high pop-up on the infield left side. It'll head into foul territory. DeCrisio at third base will make the catch, and 1 gone. It's a big out number 1 because it holds both runners as well. But here's Jared Medham, who had a incredibly hot bat yesterday. We mentioned in Game 2, hit his first home run of the season, but knocked in a total of 4 RBIs. He scored 6 total runs in the 2 games against Rochester. It was just a Jared Medham day. First pitch, a breaking ball, misses high and out. Medham, who's played in 10 games, and he's reached base at least once in all 10 games so far this season. Mentioned his OBP sitting above 500 so far. As fastball misses away, it's 2 balls, no strikes. Medham has already reached base here tonight, so that'll get up to an 11-game on-base streak. He is 1 for 1 with a single. He also stole a base. 2 balls, no strikes, as Abbott will turn back and chase Compton over to second. Still 2-0 on Jared Medham. Home plate umpire Brandon Otten talking with Jared Medham. Compton at second, Halverson at first. 1 gone in the top of the fourth. Huskies trailing 2-0. 3-0 on Medham will just catch the outer half of the plate. 89-mile-per-hour fastball. So the count now 3-1. Fouls this one back to the screen, and Abbott is able to work the count back full. Met him down to a knee, trying to chase that one a little bit. He was able to get a piece of it and send it foul. Huskies in again, their road navy blues with the gray lettering, white outline, gray pants. Loggers in their green uniforms with the white stripe across the chest, white pants. Green caps. Here's the payoff. Once again, Medham fouls it back. He had a couple of these long at-bats yesterday where he just continued to foul off pitches, continued to take ones outside. That's what's so impressive about what he's been able to do so far this season. Not only the extra base power and the ability to knock in runs, but also that plate discipline, which has been prevalent all throughout the Duluth lineup. Payoff misses away on a breaking ball, and that'll load up the bases. That's the third walk of the inning from Cole Abbott, who's just lost it a little bit. Bullpen is up. There's a right-hander warming up in the lacrosse bullpen.
Huskies center fielder, Kason Wells.
And this is a lacrosse team that won a couple high-scoring games yesterday, 13-7 game 1, 18-4 game 2. First pitch to Kason Wells, a fastball misses high. It'll be 1-0. Huskies also part of some high-scoring games yesterday, 10-5 in game 1, 11-7 in game 2. And they're going to call a balk on Cole Abbott, so Compton will come in to score, and it's a one-run game. So everybody moves over on the balk call, and that's big. So Huskies have cut into the deficit thanks to the bases loaded balk, and now Kason Wells has an opportunity with the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position. Corner infielders come in. 1-0 to Wells. He fouls this one back and out of play. Huskies able to cut into this deficit thanks to the mistake of Abbott. Wells, the Texas A&M left-handed batter, right-handed thrower. Finished up his freshman year in the spring. 0 for 1, it was a sharp liner to second as he lines one into the right center gap. That's down for a base hit. Halverson scores from third. Medham will stop at third, and we are tied at 2 here in the fourth. Kason Wells once again coming through for Duluth. He's had a lot of big-time hits in these last couple games.
First baseman Lucas Kelly.
And now here's Lucas Kelly. So it'll be runners at the corners for Kelly. And now a 2-2 ball game, and now another mound visit is coming, and they signal over to the bullpen. And this looks to be it for Cole Abbott. Had a really good first 3 innings, but then had some control issues here in the fourth. 3 walks, had a balk to bring in the run, and then the RBI single just given up to Kason Wells. Tie up this game at 2. We'll have a pitching change. We'll meet the new pitcher when we come back on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies!
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube. Huskies fans, when searching for your new or new-to-you vehicle, as a proud supporter of our very own Huskies and our Duluth community, Volkswagen of Duluth provides you with a fantastic selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles to view and test drive. From the affordable Jetta sedan and Taos crossover to the 3-row Atlas with enough room for the entire family and all your outdoor activity gear, Volkswagen of Duluth has your solution. Contact us today for your exclusive Volkswagen experience. Volkswagen of Duluth, your local sponsor for our Duluth Huskies.
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
Collector's Connection, located in Village Square Mall, buys and sells sports cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic, the Gathering cards. They also have comics, CDs, vinyls, and DVDs. Stop by the store for sleeves that fit your cards like a glove and find the newest hit for your collection.
So a pitching change here in the top of the fourth as the Huskies have tied up this game at 2. Jake Porter will take over for La Crosse, the 6-foot right-hander from Brigham Young University. So far this season, 3 appearances. He's pitched 5 1/3, has a 3.38 ERA, 7 strikeouts to 3 walks. His last appearance coming July 9th against Minot in a 5-4 loss, but he went 2 1/3, gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. He faces Lucas Kelly. Runners at the corners as there's a liner through into right field for a base hit off the bat of Kelly. Medham scores from third, and the Huskies take the lead in the top of the fourth. Lucas Kelly on the first pitch he sees from the new pitcher. A base hit the other way. And it's 3-2 Duluth. Still only 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Here's Vanacini. He shows bunt, pops it up in the air, and it goes well behind home plate. It's caught by Neary. And now 2 gone. Vanacini trying for that surprise bunt. He just popped it too far up in the air. It's back to the top of the order, and the 8th hitter to come up here in the 4th with Josh Duarte. Porter, though, in the spring with BYU had 28 appearances. He's pitched 36 2/3 innings. First pitch misses low on a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. 7.12 ERA, struck out 21, walked 12. Got hit around a couple times, 54 hits and 36 2/3. 1-0 on Duarte. Fastball again, misses low and in. Duarte looking to get on base for the first time tonight. 0 for 2 with a pop out and a grounder into a double play back in the 3rd. Comes up with runners at first and second, 2 outs. The Huskies leading by 1. There's a high chopper on the infield to Sweat at second. Throw over to first is in time, and that'll do it for the Huskies in the 4th. However, the Huskies are able to score 3 runs, 1 on a bases loaded at Bach, and then RBI singles from Case and Wells and Lucas Kelly, and they now lead at 3-2. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Due up for La Crosse, it'll be Sweat, Neary, and Leneve. After 3.5, Duluth in front. Bottom of the 4th coming up next on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Collector's Connection, located in Village Square Mall, buys and sells sports cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic, the Gathering cards. They also have comics, CDs, vinyls, and DVDs. Stop by the store for sleeves that fit your cards like a glove and find the newest hit for your collection.
Support for the Huskies comes from Bent Paddle Brewing Company in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District, featuring Bent Paddle's World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, Bent Hop IPA. The star flagship of Bent Paddle is available throughout Wade Stadium as well as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. And introducing for the first time, canned Wade Wit. You can pick up a Wade Wit here at the stadium or at Bent Paddle's Brew House on Michigan Street.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
Hey, this is Caleb Gallant from Columbia, South Carolina, and you're listening to the Duluth Huskies baseball on the Huskies Radio Network.
Bottom of the fourth, the Huskies put up a 3-spot in the top half of the inning. They now lead it 3-2, as it'll be Aiden Sweat to lead things off here in the fourth for La Crosse. Again, Huskies were able to answer right back after the 2-spot in the bottom of the second by La Crosse. One scored on the balk. RBI singles from Wells and Kelly. And it's 3-2 Duluth. First pitch from Devin Dodson to start off the fourth. Misses low. Dodson so far, 3 innings, 2 runs and 3 hits. Gave up a pair of singles back in the third, but got out of it. Breaking ball, a strike on the outer corner to Aiden Sweat, and it's 1-1. Sweat was way ahead of a breaking ball. Was just able to get a piece of it foul. It's now 1-2. Sweat from Liberty University, but he's committed to play there. He was at North Florida. As he looks at one away, it's 2-2. 23 season, he was batted .320 with 4 home runs, 31 RBIs in the spring with North Florida. As Dodson misses up on a fastball, the count is full. And he was third-team All-ASUN. It's a returner to this La Crosse team as he looks at a fastball. Called strike 3 on the inner corner. Sweat was halfway down the first base line thinking it was going to be ball 4. But no siree. Strikeout number 2 for Devin Dodson.
Water catcher, Danny Neary.
First pitch to Danny Neary. Misses low and in. Getting his second plate appearance of this one. Looks at a fastball up. It's now 2-0. Neary 0 for 1 with a ground out so far. Swings and misses at a fastball. It's 2-1. Neary from Notre Dame. The 6'1 left-hander, bats left, throws right. Breaking ball in the inner half, misses a little bit inside. It's 3-1. Huskies do have an arm up in the bullpen right now, but not really warming, just kind of tossing the ball around a little bit. As 3-1 is going to miss well inside. It's a 5-pitch walk to Danny Neary. Only the second walk from Devin Dodson so far. Again, this was a Huskies team that was definitely helped out by the cause of their pitchers yesterday. In a game where they needed to use this, in a day that they needed to try to limit changing pitchers a whole lot because of the doubleheader. Huskies still not getting an off day until the 17th. And so pitching staff did a really nice job. In game 1, they only had to use 2 arms, 5 innings from Austin Humphreys. His first pitch to Troy Leneve misses away. David Stitch went the final 4 of game 1, and then in game 2, they did use 4 pitchers, but they spaced them out well after they got a quality 4-inning start from Jake Shalanka. 1-0, fastball is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. So that sets them up really well, as again, even though it's early in the second half, when really it's not, we're getting close to almost a third of the way through the second half already, which is crazy to believe, but this is a very important early second half matchup. These two teams will play a couple more times throughout the second half. They will again next week, matter of fact. As they'll pick off over to first. Getting back in there safely is Danny Neary. It'll be a weekday 2-game series at Wade Stadium between La Crosse and Duluth. 1-1 for Dodson. There's a fastball, bottom part of the strike zone, called strike 2. It's 1-2. Troy Leneve. He's been played a good amount of years now at Vanderbilt. His best year was his 2021 year, where he batted .286, 6 homers, 22 RBIs, had 84 at-bats. As he swings and drives one deep into right field. At the wall, it's gone. Troy Leneve gives La Crosse the lead right back here in the bottom of the 4th. His first home run of the summer. And after being 0 for 13 in his last 3 games, he's 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, and is halfway to the cycle. One swing of the bat puts La Crosse back in front. They've scored 2 runs now here in the 4th. As Gable Mitchell fouls off the first pitch he sees. Mitchell 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. As the Huskies now find themselves trailing 4-3. Fastball away. It's 1-1. Mitchell batting 9th tonight for the Loggers. Has a 14-game on base streak coming into the game as he sends a high pop-up on the infield left side. Met him at short. Will call off Halverson and make the catch. And now 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, 2-run home run from Troy Leneve. That has brought the life right back into this home crowd, which is packed right now. As it's back to Mick Paul at the top of the lineup. Mick Paul so far is 0 for 2. Has a ground out and a strikeout. First pitch to him, he looks at a high fastball. It's 1-0. So he cruised through the first couple innings, but now 5 runs total have scored between these 2 teams here in the 4th. We expected with how these 2 offenses are playing, as there's a strike in the inner corner, it's 1-1. We expected this could be a high-scoring affair. The Huskies right now the best offense in the league. They're averaging almost 13 runs per game in their last 5 games as McPaul fouls this one off and out of play. And La Crosse doing the same. They're averaging 12.6 runs per game in their last 5. Averaging just over 6 runs per game. They're 20-22 this season. About 7-1 so far in the second half. Both teams missed out on that first half title. Eau Claire grabbed that one as Dodson misses inside. It's 2-2. So both teams having to put everything into this second half. 2-2. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed for the second strikeout of the inning, and the third for Devin Dodson. However, La Crosse is able to score 2 off the 2-run home run by Troy Leneve. They are back out in front as we head to the top of the 5th. Due up for the Huskies, it'll be Coop, Compton, and Halverson. After 4 complete, La Crosse leads it 4-3 on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
Fans, the Duluth Huskies will be back at home the week of July 16th for 5 straight games. On the 16th, it's books and baseball night as the Huskies take on St. Cloud at 3:05. On the 18th, when the Huskies take on La Crosse, it's Shriners night with Bark at the Park happening on the 19th. And for the 2-game set with Minnesota, it's Aflac Day on the 20th, and to wrap up the homestand, it'll be Proctor night. The final 4 games of the homestand start at 6:35 with gates opening an hour before. Join us.
Northwood League fans, your exclusive home for digital NFT player card packs to own and trade is NWLDigitalDugout.com. For a limited time only, all fans who purchase one Rising Stars pack at the regular price of $25 will receive a free special edition digital card you can't buy anywhere at any price, and also be entered to win an official Rawlings bet. Contest ends at 11:59 Central on August 18th. So visit NWLDigitalDugout.com on your phone or computer today.
Hey Huskies fans, see how the action in tonight's game stacks up against the rest of the league. Check out highlights, game recaps, and top plays on the Northwoods League pregame show, which is broadcasted daily and available for free with on-demand viewing. Visit the Northwoods League website at www.duluthhuskies.com to watch all 72 games.
Hi, this is Jake Shalanka from the College of St. Scholastica and returning Husky pitcher, and you're listening to Duluth Huskies baseball on the Huskies Radio Network.
Top of the 5th, a long 4th inning comes to an end. Both teams able to strand some runs together. Huskies scored their first 3 of the game back in the 4th, and the Loggers added 2 to take back the lead off the 2-run home run from Lenive as Coop sends a grounder to first. King is on it. He'll step on the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jake Porter here to start off the top of the 5th. Porter, who again came in the 4th, gave up an RBI single off the bat of Kelly, but then got a pop out from Vanacini, a grounder to second from Duarte, and was able to get out without any more damage done as Compton looks at a breaking ball away. So far, Compton 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but he did walk and score in his last appearance in the 4th. Advanced to second on a wild pitch. His fastball misses out. It's 2-0. Huskies now trying to answer in what could very well be one of those back and forth high-scoring games. Huskies have had a lot of those recently. 2-0 fastball called strike 1 on the outer half of the plate. It's now 2-1. Ending up being a beautiful night for baseball. Some breeze is starting to kick in here as Compton fouls one off. It's 2-2. It's been picking up a little bit more as the evening has gone on. There was actually some rain earlier in the day as the Huskies were coming into town. Wind now coming out of the southwest a little bit, so basically blowing straight out to center field. Home plate umpire Brandon Otten made a signal over to first, but nothing happened. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Compton. Here comes from Porter. There's a liner into right field. That'll get down in front of Fry. It was hot off the bat. The shift was well on, and Compton was still able to find it. Mitchell was all the way to second base. Sweat moved from second to basically right in the middle of first and second. So Compton's on with his first hit of the ball game, and this will bring up Callan Halverson. Halverson so far 0 for 1. He grounded out back in the 2nd. It walked and scored in the 4th. First pitch, a fastball at 90. Misses low and in. That fastball's been touching 90 a couple times so far for Jake Porter. Count is 1-0. Once again, misses in. That one at 91. Halverson got his 10th double of the season yesterday. As he looks at one in, another fastball. It's now 3-0. Got it in game 1 in his 1 for 5 performance against Rochester. 3-0. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. That's in there. Halverson right now tied for 5th in the league in RBIs. Huskies batters make up a lot of that list, as there's a fastball that misses low and out, and it's a walk to move Compton to second and put Halverson on first. It's what Coach Pointer mentioned pregame. He just wanted his guys to continue to stay patient at the plate.
Second baseman Mike Holquist.
They're working on that in batting practice as well, not taking walks, but situational hitting, what to do in certain situations with certain guys on a certain amount of outs. As Mike Holquist fouls the first pitch off. It's 0-1. It's always good to see, and the team takes that stuff very seriously, and that's why the Huskies in so many situations have been doing the right things at the plate. Why the Huskies have been scoring so many runs as of late. 0-1, a breaking ball misses low and in. Count is 1-1. Alquist so far 1 for 2. Popped out to third in his last appearance. Now he's back in the 4th. 1-1, lines one up the middle. That's down for a base hit. Compton to third. He'll stop there, and the bases are loaded. So the Huskies trying to answer immediately here in the 5th. And this is not the guy you want up with the bases loaded with Jared Medham.
Shortstop, Jared Medham.
Medham has reached base both times already tonight. Single and a walk. First pitch to him, a slider misses inside. Medham had a 4 RBI performance in 2 games against Rochester yesterday. Again, his 4 walks as well, as he grounds one foul over near the lacrosse dugout. It's 1-1. Right now it's Compton at third, Halverson at second, Hallquist at first after his 1-out single. Porter retired the leadoff batter with Coop earlier in the 5th, but single, walk, and single as the base is loaded for Medham. Here's the 1-1. 1-1, high fly ball into center. McPaul will make the catch. Compton will tag from third. Throw to the plate, it'll be to third, so it won't be in time, and a sacrifice fly from Jared Medham ties this game at 4 here in the 5th. So Paul was thinking smartly there. He was well back, and so there was going to be no play to make towards home, so he made it to third, just in case Halverson tried to tag and advance. And we're tied up here in the 5th. Another RBI for Jared Medham. Here's Cason Wells. First pitch to him misses low. It'll be 1-0 to start things off. Medham, that's his 14th RBI of the season now, this being only his 11th game. So he continues to swing a hot bat early for the Huskies this season. 1-0 on Wells. Looks at a fastball low, called strike 1. It's 1-1. Wells with his RBI single back in the 4th now has his game on base percentage streak up to 23 games in a row as he fouls one off. It's 1-2. And to put that in perspective, he's played in a total of 27 games. So 23 straight where he has gotten on base. It's just an incredible number. And he'll keep it going for at least another night. Here's the 1-2. This is up and out. It's 2-2. Halverson dancing off of second a little bit. It's Halverson at second, Hallquist at first. Cason Wells in the batter's box, the left-hander facing the righty Porter with 2 outs and a tie game at 4. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball grounded to short. Mitchell, he'll make the throw over to first, and it just beats out the speedy Cason Wells, and that'll be the end of the 5th. But the Huskies are able to tie this game off the sacrifice fly by Jared Medham. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Due up for La Crosse, it's DeCrescio, King, and Fry. After 4.5, we are tied up at 4. Bottom of the fifth coming up on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube.
Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies!
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
Huskies fans, when searching for your new or new-to-you vehicle, as a proud supporter of our very own Huskies and our Duluth community, Volkswagen of Duluth provides you with a fantastic selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles to view and test drive. From the affordable Jetta sedan and Taos crossover to the 3-row Atlas with enough room for the entire family and all your outdoor activity gear, Volkswagen of Duluth has your solution. Contact us today for your exclusive Volkswagen experience. Volkswagen of Duluth, your local sponsor for our Duluth Huskies. Justin DeCrescio flies one into shallow right center field to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Mike Hallquist comes over from second base and makes the catch, and so another one pitch, one out to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Jon Willis back with you on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network. And a good start to the road trip so far. 2 wins in Rochester yesterday for the Huskies. They are looking for their 7th straight win and to keep pace with Waterloo, who's on a tear right now. First pitch breaking ball from Dotson to Dylan King. Will miss low and inside. We'll have a look at that Northwoods League scoreboard later on in the game. Important games for Duluth to watch as King fouls one off. It's 1-1. Obviously, Huskies will be watching Waterloo games a lot in this second half, it looks like. Hoping for them to lose some games as there's a grounder to short to Medham. Medham throw over to first is in time to retire Dylan King, and quickly 2 away in the bottom of the fifth. Devin Dodson working very efficiently, and he has looked really good. After he gave up the home run to Troy Leneve, he got a pop out, a strikeout, and is now retired 2 here in the fifth. He's retired 4 straight after the home run.
Right fielder, Ethan Fry.
With 2 outs, this will bring up Ethan Fry. 0 for 1 with a fly out to left, but he has walked, has scored a run, has stolen a base. Comes in with 2 outs and the base is empty here in the bottom of the fifth, and a tie game at 4. First pitch, a fastball on the outer half called strike 1. Fastball still sitting in the high 8s. That last one at 88. Top it out at 89. He misses low on 1 at 86. Count is now 1-1. One to Ethan Fry. There's a great breaking ball Nice curveball that drops in the bottom part of the strike zone. Count is 1-2 on the LSU product and Ethan Fry. Here it comes from Dodson. 1-2, breaking ball right over the heart of the plate, called strike 3. Fourth strikeout for Devin Dodson, and he goes 3 up, 3 down on the Loggers here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll head to the top of the 6th. It'll be Kelly, Vanacini, and Duarte due up for the Huskies. After 5 complete, we are tied at 6. We are tied at 4. We head to the 6th on the Duluth Huskies radio network.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
Fans, the Duluth Huskies will be back at home the week of July 16th for 5 straight games. On the 16th, it's books and baseball night as the Huskies take on St. Cloud at 3:05. On the 18th, when the Huskies take on La Crosse, it's Shriners night with Bark at the Park happening on the 19th. And for the 2-game set with Minnesota, it's Aflac Day on the 20th, and to wrap up the homestand, it'll be Proctor night. The final 4 games of the homestand start at 6:35 with gates opening an hour before. Join us.
Husky fans, next time you go to a game, remember that the First Base Beer and Concessions is staffed by board members of North Country Ride. When you buy beer or concessions on the First Base side, your tips will directly support North Country Ride, a nonprofit organization giving therapeutic horse rides to children with disabilities. To learn more, visit their information table in the main concourse or online at ncride.com.
We are through 5 complete, ready for the top of the 6th. Jon Willis with you on the Duluth Huskies radio network. 3rd game of a 5-game road trip for the Huskies before they return home for 5. They have a game Sunday, then an off day Monday. And they'll have 2 games against the Loggers Tuesday and Wednesday. Here's Lucas Kelly to lead things off in the top of the 6th for Duluth. He took the lead for the Huskies back in the 4th with his RBI single. At the time, they led 3-2. So he's 1 for 2 so far tonight, and that was a big base hit for him. Again, he hasn't been in the lineup as much recently, but when he has been, he's been getting hits. He looks really good so far today as he takes fastball up and in. It's 2-0. Even his fly out to center field back in the 2nd, it was pretty well deep. Almost near the warning track, so he got some good contact. He's got the count at 2-0 for Jake Porter. There's a hot sharp grounder to short, and it goes off the glove of Mitchell and into left field. So Lucas Kelly will reach. That was a hard shot off the bat of Kelly. We'll see how they score that, and if that'll be a hit or an error, as this will bring it up Jack Vanacini. They will give that a hit. I think that's the right call. Here's Jack Vanacini with nobody out and a runner on first. He fouls the first pitch off.
Hey, the 6th inning, the Random Acts of Prizes giveaway section.
Count will start at 0-1.
Section A, watch for the Random Acts of Prizes coming your way.
No balls and a strike on Vanacini, who's 1 for 2, a single and a pop out. And that pop out was an attempted bunt. Hung up in the air. Was caught by Neri. Count is now 1-1 on Vanacini. Again, has been a guy that's been in that catcher rotation spot. Continues to put together quality at-bats as he looks at one low and in. It's 2-1. He's a guy that's going to continue to get time for this Duluth Huskies team. As Vanacini sends a grounder to third to DeCrisio, they get the out at second. Throw on to first is in time. 5-4-3 double play. And now 2 gone here in the 6th. the second time now where the Huskies have gotten the leadoff batter on and then have grounded into a double play. And so looking back on this game, if this one ends up not going the way of the Huskies, that'll be something they look at. Here's Josh Duarte, who is right now rarely without a hit. He's 0 for 3 so far, grounded into a double play, has a ground out back in the fourth as well. Also a pop out in the first. Takes one low, it's 2-0. His batting average in the last 10 and 9 and 5 games have been insane. Last 9 games, he's 21 for 38, which is a batting average of .553 as he is plunked in the shoulder. And he is on with a hit by pitch. One home run, 10 RBIs, 19 runs in his last 8 games. And then in his last 4 games, it's even better, 11 for 18, which is a batting average of .611. Has the 1 home run, 9 RBIs. Scored 14 runs in the last just 4 games. That is incredible stuff from Duarte as Max Coop sends a hardliner foul. Again, there's not a whole lot of empty seats here in the building at Copeland Park. This is a great atmosphere for baseball, and I mean, man, if it's this packed on a Thursday night, I can't wait to see what it's going to be on a Friday night tomorrow. That one skips low. It's 1-1 to Max Coop. Coop also looking for his first time getting on base tonight. Pair of groundouts and a strikeout so far in his 3 plate appearances. 1-1. Breaking ball fouled off and out of play. Duarte started to take off for second, but he will have to head back to first. Always fun watching Duarte run the base paths. He's one of the best in the league at doing so. 21 stolen bases so far this season, which is second in the league. More impressive, he's 21 for 22. He's only been caught once. He is dancing off of first right now as Coop takes the fastball up and in. It's 2-2. 2 outs, a runner on first. Here in the top of the 6th, tie ball game at 4. First of a 2-game set with the Loggers. Coop sends a grounder to second. There's Sweat. Throw over to first is in time. And the Huskies will leave a runner on here in the top of the 6th. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. Due up for La Crosse. It'll be Ziegler, Namoa, Sweat, and Neary. We head to the bottom of the 6th and a tie ball game on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
St. Luke's has 14 primary care clinics throughout the region ready to care for your healthcare needs. Plus, more than 30 specialty care clinics from allergy specialists to cardiologists to weight loss physicians. Experience St. Luke's mission to put the patient above all else. Learn more at slhduluth.com.
Fans hit a home run with Radiant Window Cleaning Incorporated. They offer free estimates on residential window cleaning, commercial window cleaning, power washing, and gutter cleaning. Give them a call at 218-721-2323 or visit www.radiantwindowcleaning.com. Celebrating a milestone later this year or next? Create a memorable culinary event for you, your family, and friends they will never forget. Step out from the norm and serve your guests Northwoods-inspired artisan pizzas. Log Home Wood Fire Pizzas bring their mobile wood-fired oven and trailer on-site to your wedding, rehearsal dinner, graduation, birthday, anniversary, and corporate event. Select dates are available for 2022, and they are booking now for 2023.
Poplar Golf Course, located in Poplar, Wisconsin, is a 9-hole golf course just a short 30-minute drive from Wade Stadium. Get away from the lake winds and enjoy beautiful views for only $25 a round. Call today at 715-364-2689 to reserve your tee time today.
Northwood League fans, your exclusive home for digital NFT player card packs to own and trade is nwldigitaldugout.com. For a limited time only, all fans who purchase one Rising Stars pack at the regular price of $25 will receive a free special edition digital card you can't buy anywhere at any price, and also be entered to win an official Rawlings bet. Contest ends at 11:59 Central on August 18th, so visit nwldigitaldugout.com on your phone or computer today.
Bottom of the 6th, it's a 4-4 game, and we have our first pitching change for the Huskies. Taking over for Devin Dotson is Ethan Walker, who misses outside to Ben Ziegler-Namoa. Credit to Devin Dotson, his first start since June 8th. He goes 5 innings, 4 runs, only 2 of them end up being earned as there's a breaking ball strike. It's 1-1. 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks on 71 pitches. That is really good stuff from Devin Dotson. Ethan Walker, the 6-foot left-hander, the high school senior going to Walters State Community College. He gets Ziegler-Namoa swinging and missing. It's 1-2. 3.94 ERA so far in 16 innings pitched. He's given up 7 earned runs, 8 total, 24 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 12 walks so far on the season. Got the count at 1-2. 1-2, grounder foul on the first base line. His last appearance came July 9th against Minnesota in a 16-6 win. He was credited with the win. Went 3 innings, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. He's also started a game for the Huskies back on July 4th against St. Cloud in the 41-run game. 1-2 misses away on a slider. It's 2-2. Went 5 innings in that game. 2 runs, 6 hits, a strikeout, and 6 walks. So he comes in here in the 6th. Second straight relief appearance for him. He's got 2-2 on Ziegler-Namoa, who pokes one to short. One hopper to Medham, who fumbles with it for a bit late. Throw on to first. Not in time. They'll say Ziegler-Namoa beat it out. And again, it was just that hesitation fumble from Medham a little bit because it was a sharp one hopper. Took a little bit of a weird bounce, and so Ziegler-Namoa is on with an infield single.
Second baseman, Aiden Sweat.
So Loggers right now trying to break this tie here in the 6th. First pitch from Ethan Walker to Aiden Sweat will miss low on a fastball. That one at 85. Walker pitching from the left side will mix in the submarine throw sometimes. We haven't seen it yet as he misses away. Once again, it's 2-0. He will come at hitters with that approach at times and then sometimes just throws with the more normal arm angle. He's got it 2-0 on Aiden Sweat. Pickoff move to first. That's a dangerous pickoff move, too. We've seen him catch multiple base runners this season. It's really advantage pitcher with left-handers with that pickoff move, but especially with how quickly Walker can get it in there as he misses up and in. It's 3-0. It's going to be really tough for guys to see. 3 balls, no strikes on Sweat, the right-hander. Lefty to righty matchup. 3-0. That one thrown right down Main Street, and it's 3-1. Aiden Sweat, who as a freshman at Liberty was a 2021 ASUN All-Freshman Team selection. He's done a good job there over at North Florida. Committed to play at Liberty as there's a high pop-up shallow left. Duarte chasing after it. He won't be able to get there. That was perfectly in the triangle of Duarte, Wells, and Medham. And it falls in for a base hit. So that'll put runners at first and second. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Danny Neary. He's got a big opportunity here. Neary's been awesome so far for the Loggers through 5 games, batting .400 coming into it. Again, small sample size. As he grounds one foul over near the Duluth dugout on the first base side, it's 0-1. Neary the contest, ground out in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th inning. Getting his 3rd cuts of this one here in the 6th. 0-1 for Walker. Grounder down the first base line and fair. It gets past the glove of Kelly. Rounding third is Ziegler-Namoa. He will score. And La Crosse has taken the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. RBI single from Danny Neri. Excuse me, he gets all the way over to second base. That'll be an RBI double. Sweat is in at third. And a chance for even more here in the 6th. Runners at second and third for Troy Leneve.
Number 23, designated hitter, Troy Leneve.
As it's back to a La Crosse advantage in what's been a back and forth game so far. Infield comes in for Duluth. First pitch, strike, fastball in the outer corner. It's 0-1. Single, single, and a double so far here in the 6th for La Crosse. They've been able to take back the lead. And now a dangerous hitter with Troy Leneve, who's 2 for 2 today, and he sends one foul down the left field line. Sweat had to duck down out of the way of the ball to avoid it hitting him, and then he did some push-ups. And that got some amusement out of the crowd. 0-2 on Leneve. 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, a home run, a run scored. With the 2-run homer. So at the time, take the lead. Here's the 0-2. 0-2 swung on and fouled into the glove of Vanacini. That's a big out number 1 here in the 6th, getting Leneve at the plate. And just getting Leneve. He's been a hard out. So now with 1 out, it's Gable Mitchell.
Shortstop, Gable Mitchell.
Mitchell, the switch hitter, now batting from the right-handed batter's box after batting from the left side. And the first couple at bats he had against Devin Dodson. 1-0, the count starts. Walker trying to limit the damage here in the 6th. There's a fly ball into right field. That gets down in front of Coop. Scoring is Sweat. Staying put is Neri at third, and it's a 6-4 game. It's their 4th hit of the inning. It's now 6-4. Runners at the corners for top of the order. It's a guy you had to get there with Gable Mitchell, who was 0 for 2. If you were Duluth. So now they'll have a chance to continue to add on. So when you think about it, they only need to get 9 more outs defensively as well. And so the more you can add on, more pressure you put on the Huskies. First pitch, breaking ball up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Neri scores from third. It's a 7-4 ball game. And this has been an inning to forget for Ethan Walker. RBI single from Paul, from Mitchell, RBI double from Neri. Out comes Coach Pointer. And now they will talk about things here on the mound. With Justin DeCrisio standing on deck. Quickly an arm has gotten up in the Duluth bullpen. So it'll be runners at first and second. It's a 7-4 ball game. This game was tied headed into the bottom of the 6th. Huskies have done this to teams a lot in tie games, have big innings like this where they knock in multiple runs, and now the Huskies are getting it on the other end. Here's Justin DeCrisio, who's 1 for 3. First pitch to him, a fastball, called strike 1. 3-run lead now for La Crosse at home. Looking to extend their lead on second place right now in the Great Plains East as Walker misses away. It's 1-1. Five hits already here in the inning for La Crosse. They've knocked in 3 runs. Pickoff move back to second to try to get Gable Mitchell, and he's back in there safely. Crecio getting his 4th plate appearance. Flew out to second base and shallow right center in his last appearance. 1-1, misses low and in on the feet of DeCrecio. And this La Crosse team that has just done this to teams recently. Again, they are 9-1 right now in their last 10 games after being well below 500 to end the first half. They're now only 2 games under 500. 2-1, misses low and away. It's now 3-1. Walker just trying to find way out of this inning without any more damage done as DeCrecio fouls this one back. The count will go full. DeCrecio, the 30th overall shortstop coming out of California, finished up his sophomore year at the University of San Diego, where he batted .322 with 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. He started 44 games. Payoff pitch, grounder to short. There's Medham. They get the out at second. Throw over to first is in time. That's a much-needed 6-4-3 double play to end the inning for Duluth. But 3 runs come across on 5 hits. They'll leave a runner on base here in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Huskies have some work to do. They trail 7-4. They'll have Compton, Halverson, and Hallquist due up right after this on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Fans, the Duluth Huskies will be back at home the week of July 16th for 5 straight games. On the 16th, it's books and baseball night as the Huskies take on St. Cloud at 3:05. On the 18th, when the Huskies take on La Crosse, it's Shriners night with Bark at the Park happening on the 19th. And for the 2-game set with Minnesota, it's Aflac Day on the 20th, and to wrap up the homestand, it'll be Proctor night. The final 4 games of the homestand start at 6:35 with gates opening an hour before. Join us.
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube.
Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies.
Top of the 7th, where the Huskies now trail 7-4 after 3 runs came across in the bottom of the 6th, thanks to an RBI double from Danny Neri, RBI single from Gable Mitchell, and an RBI single from Mick Paul. Right now they're finishing up an on-field game, which is holding up the start of the top of the 7th. Right now, Porter's ready on the mound, and Compton's ready. Compton trying to lead things off as the Huskies now having to fight from behind. But they've done this plenty of times this season. They've had to work from down. They have 9 offensive outs left to work with as now we are ready to resume action here in the top of the 7th. Compton set to get things started. First pitch will miss away from Jake Porter. 1-0 the count starts. Porter so far has pitched 2 2/3. Giving up 1 run on 4 hits, no strikeouts and a walk as Compton fouls one off on a fastball. It is 1-1.
7th inning, going to be Section C, Season Cat. Bird prizes coming your way.
1-1 on Brandon Compton. Lifts one, left field side. Now heading over near the bullpen. It will land foul. They're lucky that one landed foul too. Ziegler Namoa is almost in center field. They are playing extremely pull right now. DeCrisio is in the middle of third and second base. Mitchell, the shortstop, is playing at the second baseman position. Sweat is in the outfield on the right field side, and King playing at first. There's one that's up the middle, and Brandon Compton shows why you should play normal for him. He can hit all over the field, and he hits it right up the middle for a leadoff single here in the top of the 7th. We've seen some shifts with Compton this year, but none to that extent. And Compton made him pay for it that time. Here's Callan Halverson. Halverson, a pair of walks so far. Lifts one foul and out of play right field side. He comes up after the leadoff single by Brandon Compton, who's got a pair of base hits now tonight. 0-1 on Halverson. Fouls this one off third base side. Halverson, 2 walks, a run scored, and a ground out in his 3 plate appearances thus far. Going to keep the line moving here in the 7th as he sends a chopper to third to DeCrisio. They get the out at second. Late throw on to first won't be in time. Halverson will reach on a fielder's choice. Just a slight hesitation by Aiden Sweat at second allowed Halverson to get in there safely. So now 1 out. Still a runner on first for Mike Hallquist. Hallquist, who's 2 for 3, pair of singles and a pop out in his 3 plate appearances. Swings it and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. As well early. I think he was expecting a fastball. 0-1. On a breaking ball will miss low. Kind of leaving up at 1-1. Hallquist, the second-year player for Duluth, as he skies one up in the air on the infield, left side, and Mitchell will make the catch at short. 2 gone here in the 7th. So after the leadoff single, Halverson grounded into a fielder's choice. Hallquist pops out, and quickly 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Huskies trying to answer the 3 spot put up in the bottom of the 6th by the Crosse. Here's Jared Medham. Medham, first pitch, called strike in the bottom part of the strike zone, 0-1. Medham, a single, a walk, a run, and a sac fly RBI. Productive day at the plate so far for Medham, who swings and misses. He kind of stumbled when he swung, so it looked a little bit awkward. It's now 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball misses low, but it stays in front of Neri. And so Halverson will stay put at first. Medham, the 26th ranked shortstop coming out of California, and a great spring with St. Mary's. It's been an immediate big-time addition to this lineup, but he swings and misses at a fastball down low. And after the leadoff single, the Huskies not able to take advantage. That's the first strikeout from Jake Porter. Stretch time here at Copeland Park. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be King Fry and Ziegler Namoa due up in the bottom of the 7th. Huskies trailing by 3 on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
Damaged auto glass is a drag. Let City Auto Glass make the process simple and get you fixed up safely and efficiently. They work with all insurance carriers and do the most of the legwork to make your glass claim process simple and stress-free. All City Auto Glass work is warranted for as long as you own the vehicle too. Visit cityautoglass.com to learn more. Employee-owned City Auto Glass. Your safety, our business.
Collector's Connection, located in Village Square Mall, buys and sells sports cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic, the Gathering cards. They also have comics, CDs, vinyls, and DVDs. Stop by the store for sleeves that fit your cards like a glove and find the newest hit for your collection.
Support for the Huskies comes from Bent Paddle Brewing Company in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District, featuring Bent Paddle's World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, Bent Hop IPA. The star flagship of Bent Paddle is available throughout Wade Stadium as well as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. And introducing for the first time, canned Wade Wit. You can pick up a Wade Wit here at the stadium or at Bent Paddle's Brew House on Michigan Street.
Huskies trailing 7-4 on the Duluth Huskies radio network to the Lacrosse Loggers. Jon Willis with you. Ethan Walker on for his second inning of work, trying to keep this game right where it is. He'll face Dylan King to lead off the bottom of the seventh. First pitch to him. Just misses in on a breaking ball. It'll be 1-0. Gave up 3 runs on 5 hits in the sixth. Those being the go-ahead runs for Lacrosse. As he misses a little bit out on a fastball. Then got out of it off the 6-4-3 double play by Grecio. Now looking, try to shut things down here in the seventh as he misses away again. This one on a slider. It's 3-0 on Dylan King. King leading things off for the Loggers here in the bottom of the seventh. There's a fastball strike. It's 3-1. King, after his single in the third, is now up to a 5-game hitting streak. He has a hit in now 10 of the 13 games he has played this season. Skies one up on the infield, left side. Jared Medham at short will make the catch, and one gone in the seventh. Really nice job by Ethan Walker after getting behind 3-0. Gets a strike and then gets some weak contact off the bat of King. So with 1 out and nobody on, this will bring up Ethan Fry. First pitch to him, fastball misses low and in. Fry so far, a walk, a flyout, and a strikeout. Came into this game with a hit in all 5 games he's played, and so trying to avoid that streak ending. There's a nice breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Fry, coming out of high school, was the number 12th ranked catcher in the nation. First catcher out of the state of Louisiana. He swings and misses at a fastball. It's 1-2. He batted .487 with 13 home runs as a senior in high school. Had 19 at-bats with LSU, and he swings and misses at a breaking ball. Strikeout number 2 for Ethan Walker. And he has responded well here in the seventh.
Logger left fielder Ben Ziegler-Namoa.
So 2 outs. This will bring up Ben Ziegler-Namoa. Two flyouts in his first 2 plate appearances, and then singled and scored in the sixth. He was the first batter to face Ethan Walker back in the sixth, and so this will be the now second time going through the order for Walker. Ball ended up on the field. I think that came from the bullpen. So a quick pause in action as Callan Halverson had to throw it back to that left field bullpen. The 1-0. Ziegler-Namoa fouls it back into the glove of Vanacini. It's 1-1. Ziegler Namoa, the two-way player, pitched 9 1/3 with Hawaii in the spring and batted .301, and he's both pitched and hit with the Loggers this year. He looks at a slider away. It's 2-1. His ERA is pretty good, too. 2.79 this season. 2 starts, 4 total appearances. And he's been one of the go-to guys at the plate this year as well. Played 36 games coming into tonight. Again, one of those Loggers, as he looks at one inside, it's 3-1, that have been here for a while. There's only a couple of those left. There's, again, a lot of roster turnover to start the second half. 3-1 on its way. Grounder up the middle. It just gets past the glove of Walker into center field, and so Ziegler Namoa has his second base hit off of Walker. And he's on with 2 outs. So trying to start a 2-out rally to extend their lead because they know no lead is safe against this Huskies offense. Now Aiden Sweat will try to keep things going.
Second baseman, Sweaty.
That wasn't very hard contact. It was just up the middle where there was nobody. Just able to squeak through into center. Going to dance a little bit off of first. They'll pick off over to first. He's back in there safely. In Sweat so far, 1 for 3. Single 2 runs scored because he reached on an error back in the second. First pitch misses away from Ethan Walker. Sweat a strikeout in this game as well. Ball and no strikes. Here it is from Walker. Lines one into right field. That's down for a base hit. Ziegler Namoa will stop at second, and now runners at first and second. Back-to-back base hits. So after getting the first 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th, back-to-back base hits, and now Danny Neri will try to knock in a run here. Extend their already 3-run lead before we get into the top of the 8th. First pitch from Walker. Fastball misses low and away. 1-0 to start this at bat. This time he misses away on a slider. It's now 2-0. Neri, already a hit in this game, had the RBI double back in the 6th. He has 3 2-hit games already this season. Has reached base in now 5 of the 6 games he's played. 2-0, looks at a fastball low and in, called strike 1. It's now 2-1 on the left-hander Neri. Lefty-lefty matchup, and so Walker trying to win this battle. Here's the 2-1. One line sharply foul. He was way ahead of that one. And so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Neri, again, one of the newer additions to the Loggers. His first appearance was July 6th. Also pitched 1 time so far for the Loggers in a 14-5 game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is from Walker. Breaking ball, poked and through into right field. Ziegler Namoa will stop at third as Coop is up with it. So no runs will score, but that's 3 straight base hits. So the base will be loaded with 2 outs. Out comes Coach Pointer. Walker has given up 8 hits so far through 1 2/3. And he has Troy Leneve coming up to the plate, who already has a homer in this game. Did strike out the first time he faced Ethan Walker. The entire infield in to talk with Coach Marcus Pointer. Walker will stay in the game and try to find this final out here in the 7th. So here's Leneve. He is 2 for 3. A single, a home run, a run scored, 3 RBIs. And his last appearance was a strikeout back in the 6th against the man on the mound right here in Ethan Walker. So Walker trying to find his way out of a jam here in the 7th. First pitch grounded foul on the first base side. It's 0-1. Leneve, an experienced guy. Redshirt junior from Vanderbilt. He's played a lot there. One from Walker. Grounder to first. Kelly's on it. He's got to run to the bag. And they're going to say he's safe. Kelly had to sprint to the bag. So a run will come home to score. It's 8-4. That was close. It was bang, bang. So now the bases stay loaded, a run scores. Again, it was a very deep grounder. And Kelly had to go a long way to get it, as Gable Mitchell fouls the first one off. So the hill to climb becomes taller for Duluth, with only 6 outs left to work with offensively. Mitchell, the 0-1, swings and misses at a breaking ball. It's 0-2. It's just unfortunate for Walker. He got the ground ball. It was just a little too deep. And Leneve, with his speed, beat out Lucas Kelly to the bag. 0-2, Mitchell fouls it off. 4 runs have scored in the last 2 innings. This game was tied at 4 at one point. Things have changed here at Copeland Park. They're trying to win their first game against the Huskies this season. There's a grounder to third. Halverson will just step on the bag at third, and that'll be the end of the inning. But another run comes across. It's 8-4. They do leave the bases loaded. We'll head to the top of the 8th. 2 up for Duluth. It'll be Wells, Kelly, and Vanacini. After 7 complete, it's a 4-run lead for the Loggers on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies.
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube.
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
Top of the 8th, the Huskies now trailing by 4 after they were able to add another run in the bottom half of the 7th. And we have a pitching change. Day is done for Jake Porter. He gave up some hits, but got out of it for the most part. Gave up 3 2/3, went 1 run, 5 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, all on 56 pitches. Into the game will come Aiden Moffitt, the 6'3" right-hander from Louisiana State University, making his 3rd appearance of the summer so far for La Crosse. His first one coming July 6th against Bismarck. Went an inning, no runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And his last appearance came July 9th against Minot. It was a 5-4 loss, and he took the loss, going 1 2/3, giving up a run on a hit, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Let's see a lot of actions with LSU in the spring. First pitch to Cason Wells. 96-mile-per-hour fastball almost hits him. I would not want to get hit by that either, Cason. My goodness. Moffitt only pitched once for LSU in the spring. March 3rd against Butler. Gave up 1 run on 3 walks. His 1-0 fastball is called strike 1 in the other half. That's at 94. First-ranked right-handed pitcher out of Mississippi in the class of 2022. 56th right-handed pitcher in the entire country by perfect game as he misses up on a fastball. It's 2-1. He had 46 career high school appearances. He had a 1.65 ERA in 165 2/3, 305 strikeouts to 124 walks. 2-1, swung on and missed. It's 2-2. LSU was his dream school. Ever since he was a kid, he'll work that low to mid 90s fastball. Also mixes in a curveball as well, as he misses inside on 94. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cason Wells. Wells, who's 1 for 3, an RBI single, a ground out, and a line out so far in his 3 plate appearances. Here's the payoff from Moffitt. Misses high in it. It's a leadoff walk. This is how the Huskies get a rally started, with walks and getting on base.
First baseman, Lucas Kelly.
As Lucas Kelly will try to keep things going. It's Aid Moffitt, who is lighting up the radar gun right now, but when he has struggled, it has been in the walk department, when he's had trouble locating his fastball. First pitch to Kelly, first breaking ball we've seen. That one misses well up. 1-0 the count starts. Kelly had to duck out of the way of that one as well. A couple pitches that have missed bad, and Huskies hitters have almost been hit by him. 1-0 from Moffitt. Low and in, misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Kelly, very productive start so far for him. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, and RBI. Has the count at 2-0 with Wells at first. There's a grounder to first. It's off the glove of King. Throw back to first, not in time. He throws it away. Cason Wells will move all the way to third. And the Huskies have runners at the corners with nobody out to start off the 8th. So that'll go down as an E3. Although I think that should be a single to Kelly and then an error to advance Wells, because Kelly would have likely beat it out even if the throw was on target. But we'll see how that is scored. So Wells is now at third, Kelly at first, with Jack Vanacini at the plate. First pitch to Vanacini, fastball in the inner corner, called strike 1. It's 0-1. Vanacini so far 1 for 3, a single, a pop out, grounded into a double play in his last appearance in the 6th. Comes in with runners at the corners and nobody out in the top of the 8th. The Huskies trailing by 4. 0-1, slow roller to third to DeCrisio. He gets the out at second. Wells takes off for home. He's now caught between third and home. He'll get back into third safely. Somehow he's able to slide under the tag. And so only Kelly will be out. Vanacini's on at first. Kelly heads back to the dugout, so still runners at the corners. What a job by Cason Wells to get back into third safely as he got caught.
Leadoff batter, Joshua Duarte.
That'll be Josh Duarte. Runners at the corners, one out. It's still Wells at third, now Vanacini at first. First pitch fastball at 94 on the inner half, called strike one. Duarte's reached once so far tonight on a hit by pitch back in the sixth. Oh, 1. That one is lined right field and just foul down the right field line. Count will go to 0-2. Got a good piece of that one. That would have likely been extra bases and would have scored Wells. Wells, who's at third after a walk, is just able to slide under the tag to stay safe at third base. Here's the 0-2. 0-2, a breaking ball misses a little low and out from Moffitt. So it's 1-2. Arte, who has scored 50 runs this season, league leading. As the count of 1-2 with runners at the corners. 1-2, misses away. Another fastball. It's now 2-2. Duarte battling here in the top of the 8th. Huskies trying to climb back into this one. Down 8-4. They're being out hit 13-9. Both teams have committed an error in the contest as well. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, slow roller to third to DeCrisio. Throw over to first. Will retire Duarte. Wells is in to score. Vanacini's in at second, but now 2 gone. So Huskies get 1 back here in the 8th. I felt like it could have been more, and so hoping that Max Coop get a base hit here and at least cut this lead in half before going to the 9th.
Sponsored game. Talk to our lenders at Bird. Face-to-face, wherever you are. Bird's Video Banking. Learn more.
So 8-5 our score. Max Coop steps up, who's looking for his first base hit of the contest. He is 0 for 4. 1 strikeout, 3 groundouts. He's got Vanacini at second. 2 gone in the 8th. First pitch, fastball right down the heart of the plate, called strike 1. So Huskies have answered the 1 put up by the Loggers in the bottom of the 7th with one of their own, but looking for more. Here is the 0-1. Breaking ball misses low. So the count will even up at 1-1. Getting close to 9 o'clock here on the Huskies Radio Network. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jon Willis. 2 more games still to come on this road trip. 1 against La Crosse, 1 against St. Cloud on Saturday. 1-1. Fastball is fouled to the backstop. It's 1-2. First pitch at 6:35 tomorrow in Game 2 against La Crosse, and then 6:05 Saturday against the St. Cloud Rocks. That's a home and home, so the Huskies will be back home Sunday. Here's the 1-2. Coop swings and misses at a 97-mile-per-hour fastball, and that'll be the end of the top of the 8th. Huskies get 1 back. We head to the bottom of the 8th, due up for La Crosse. It's top of the order with Paul, DeCrisio, and King. After 7.5, it's 8-5 La Crosse right here on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies.
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate, courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube. Huskies fans, when searching for your new or new-to-you vehicle, as a proud supporter of our very own Huskies and our Duluth community, Volkswagen of Duluth provides you with a fantastic selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles to view and test drive. From the affordable Jetta sedan and Taos crossover to the 3-row Atlas with enough room for the entire family and all your outdoor activity gear, Volkswagen of Duluth has your solution. Contact us today for your exclusive Volkswagen experience. Volkswagen of Duluth, your local sponsor for our Duluth Huskies.
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
Support for the Huskies comes from Bent Paddle Brewing Company in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District, featuring Bent Paddle's World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, Bent Hop IPA. The star flagship of Bent Paddle is available throughout Wade Stadium as well as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. And introducing for the first time, canned Wade Wit. You can pick up a Wade Wit here at the stadium or at Bent Paddle's Brew House on Michigan Street.
Bottom of the 8th, the Huskies got one back, but still trail 8-5. Jon Willis with you on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network. Taiga Yamane will take over for Ethan Walker here in the bottom of the 8th. Ethan Walker ends up going 2 innings, giving up 4 runs on 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. So in comes Taiga Yamane. ERA at 7.43 so far this year. First pitch, 92-mile-per-hour fastball strike. He's coming off a really good performance against Thunder Bay July 11th in a 14-6 win. He went 2 innings, no runs, a hit, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. As McPaul fouls one off and out of play, it's 0-2. He's now had a couple straight really good outings. 4 straight innings where he hasn't given up an earned run. Struck out 2 in the time, has walked 2. Here's the 0-2 to McPaul. Breaking ball just misses a little bit high and in. Brandon Naughton, it's been consistent. He just hasn't been giving pitchers those inside corners, especially tonight. But again, it's been consistent both ways. Here's the 1-2. Now one will skip low on another breaking ball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yamane pitched against La Crosse back June 20th in the 13-11 win. He pitched an inning, no runs, no hits, a strikeout, and no walks. He's getting another shot at the Loggers. Here's the 2-2. He misses low. Count will run full. So he got ahead 3-2 and now finds, or got ahead 0-2 and now finds the count at 3-2. Here comes the payoff from Yamane. Misses low and in on a fastball. 4 straight balls after getting ahead 0-2. So here's Justin DeCrisio with nobody out and a runner on first. Loggers trying to add on to their lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Some more insurance as there's a wild pitch and is well low. McPaul will get in at second. It's could be a very important insurance run for this Loggers team. Want to know the count starts on DeCrisio is 1 for 4. As out comes Jack Vanacini. to talk with Yamane. It looks like they were trying to. Well, he's been clearing up the mound a little bit, but moving the foot around on a certain spot in the middle of the mound. And Fantasini came out for a sec, gave him a little bit of assistance. Count 1-0 on Decrecio, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in his last appearance in the sixth. That ended off that 3-run inning, which gave the Loggers the lead. 1-0, grounded to short, one hopper to Medham. He fumbles with it, late throw, over to first is in time to retire Decrecio. It's just such a strong throw. Even when he does fumble with it, he's able to recover and make a dart of a throw over to first. So with one out and a runner on second, up comes Dylan King for his fifth plate appearance. 1 for 4. Pair of pop-outs, a ground out, a single in the third. He comes in with McPaul at second and 1 out. Loggers leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch from Yamane. Misses low. There was a check swing, but they'll say he didn't go. So 1 ball and no strikes. Count starts to King. Taking off for third is McPaul, and the ball skips away from Fantasini over near the dugout. And so no throw will be made, and Paul's in at third. So now a sacrifice fly would do the trick here for La Crosse. Again, they look for a big insurance run before the top of the 9th. And this will be their first win against the Huskies this season. Huskies lead the season series 4-0. Here's the 2-0 from Yamane. That one skips away. Another wild pitch. McPaul comes in to score, and it's 9-5 La Crosse. A walk, a wild pitch, a stolen base, and then a wild pitch to get McPaul around the base paths. Three 3-0 the count on Dylan King. And he misses low. It's a 4-pitch walk, second of the inning for Yamane. So runner at first for Ethan Fry.
Right fielder, Ethan Fry.
Fry so far 0 for 3, pair of strikeouts and a walk. A run scored as a breaking ball misses well in to start Ethan Fry. Fastball misses up. It's now 2-0. Fry looking for his first hit of the contest. Has only reached base once, and that was via the walk. Here's the 2-0 count. This is low and away. It's now 3-0. And there's another 4-pitch walk. Walks hadn't been an issue with the first 2 pitchers with Dotson and Walker. Only 2 walks between the 2. Now 3 walks here in the inning from Taiga Yamane. Coach Marcus Pointer coming out now, having a chat. Love a ground ball here to get out of this inning quickly and get it to the offense. Task has become taller for them. They'll have to score at least 4 runs in the top of the 9th. And here's Ben Ziegler Namoa. Namoa, after flying out in his first 2 plate appearances, has singled in his last 2 plate appearances. A pair of singles and a pair of runs. First pitch to him misses away. It's 1-0. Bullpen is active right now for Duluth. Here comes the 1-0. And it misses high. So right now Yamane just trying to find the strike zone here with the game already separated by 4 runs and trying to keep it there. Give his offense a chance in the top of the 9th. Two balls, no strikes. Here it is. Breaking ball misses a bit up. It's now 3-0. And he's able to find the strike zone for the first time in this at bat. 3-1. Low and in fastball, just catches that inside corner. On the two-way player, Ziegler Namoa, called strike 2. Fastball in the outer corner. Ziegler Namoa had started to flip his bat over to the dugout, but will remain in the batter's box. Here's the payoff. This is outside. It's the 3rd straight walk, the 4th of the inning from Taiga Yamane. Well, 1 run has scored, and the bases have been loaded without a hit so far here in the 8th. It's been all thanks to the walks. Ain Sweat now with an opportunity to add on. Fastball up and in, misses. It's 1-0. Ain Sweat, a returner to the Loggers. He was a Northwoods League postseason All-Star in 2022. So he misses up and in again. It's 2-0. Batted .290 that year. He was also one of the winners of the Finest in the Field Awards in 2022. So far, a pair of singles tonight, a run, 2 runs as he scored on an. He got on base off an error in the 2nd and ended up scoring. As it's 3-0 once again. So at the one time he's been retired was via the strikeout in the 4th. There's a breaking ball, misses up and in, and that'll walk in a run. It's the 5th walk of the inning from Taiga Yamane. And they will add on here in the 8th inning. It's now a 10-5 ball game. Still on no hits. There's Danny Neri. First pitch will miss it away. Want to know the count starts. Fastball misses out. It's now 2-0. So a more comfortable lead now for La Crosse for them, and stay ahead of the top of the 9th. Trying to add on to some more. They could really blow this one open with a swing of the bat. There's a breaking ball strike from Yamane. It's now 2-1. It's 10-5 here in the bottom of the 8th. Bases loaded, only 1 gone. Loggers looking to take game 1 of this series, improve to 8-1 in the 2nd half. Breaking ball in there for a strike. It's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Yamane on Danny Neri. 2-2. This is high and out. Look at some of the scores from today. Waterloo won game 1 of their doubleheader with Thunder Bay 5-4 earlier in the day. It's obviously a score that both these teams are watching. Their game 2 ended up being delayed. It was 3-0 in favor of Waterloo. That game was in the top of the 5th. As that one is going to be poked to second, and it goes off the glove of Hallquist into right field. And the runs continue to pile on here in the 8th. That'll be an error. And now Coach Pointer will come out. Go to the bullpen. 3 runs have come across here in the bottom of the 8th on 5 walks and an error. We'll meet the new pitcher when we come back on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
Damaged auto glass is a drag. Let City Auto Glass make the process simple and get you fixed up safely and efficiently. They work with all insurance carriers and do the most of the legwork to make your glass claim process simple and stress-free. All City Auto Glass work is warranted for as long as you own the vehicle too. Visit cityautoglass.com to learn more. Employee-owned City Auto Glass. Your safety, our business.
Collector's Connection, located in Village Square Mall, buys and sells sports cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic, the Gathering cards. They also have comics, CDs, vinyls, and DVDs. Stop by the store for sleeves that fit your cards like a glove and find the newest hit for your collection.
Support for the Huskies comes from Bent Paddle Brewing Company in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District, featuring Bent Paddle's World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, Bent Hop IPA. The star flagship of Bent Paddle is available throughout Wade Stadium as well as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. And introducing for the first time, canned Wade Wit. You can pick up a Wade Wit here at the stadium or at Bent Paddle's Brew House on Michigan Street.
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube. Back in the bottom of the 8th, pitching change is Liam Thompson, the 6'6 right-hander from Cisco Junior College. Took a red shirt this year. He will take the place of Taiga Yamane. First pitch, big swing and a miss by Lanive. Yamane ends up going a third of an inning, gives up 3 runs for now, but all 3 on the base paths would be to his credit. 1 hit, no strikeouts, and 5 walks. They did end up putting that as a hit, not an error, as that would have been a tough play over at second by Hallquist. There's a high fly ball into left. Duarte chasing after it. He makes the catch. Ben Ziegler-Namoa didn't realize that there was only 1 out, as he was halfway to home. And so that prevents another insurance run being scored. And now 2 gone. And he is shaking his head right now. So here's Gable Mitchell. No, they will make a change here. This will be Michael Dixon who will take the place here of Gable Mitchell.
Now batting, Michael Dixon.
Michael Dixon on the season from Concordia University Irvine, batting .218, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. Has played in 25 games. Takes a big cut and a miss on a fastball from Thompson. Count starts 0-1. Last appeared July 12th against Eau Claire. So yesterday was 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs, 2 strikeouts. Fouls one off. It's 0-2. He is 1 for 9 in his last 2 games. So looking for a big base hit here with the bases loaded. 1-2, or 0-2 misses out. It's now 1-2. So the Huskies now will have to score at least 6 in the top of the 9th to try to keep this one going. Tall ask of the offense. 1-2, that one. Fastball right over the heart of the plate. That'll be called strike 3. And that'll be the end of the inning. But 3 runs come across thanks to 5 walks along with a hit. They leave the bases loaded and they bat around. We head to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Huskies. They got Compton, Halverson, and Hallquist due up. Top of the 9th coming up next on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Adolphson and Peterson Construction is a proud sponsor of the Duluth Huskies. Founded in Minnesota in 1946, A&P has been building the Duluth area since 1977. At A&P, we build trust, communities, and people while delivering an exceptional product and client experience. A&P is proud to be a part of this amazing community and sponsor the Duluth Huskies. Let's go Huskies!
Are you looking for a fast, friendly, and efficient oil change? Look no further than Auto Ace Express Lube. They have you covered on both sides of the bridge with convenient locations at 1928 Tower Avenue and 1506 Kenwood Avenue. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When a Huskies player hits a home run, one lucky fan will go home with a $50 gift certificate, courtesy of Auto Ace Express Lube. Huskies fans, when searching for your new or new-to-you vehicle, as a proud supporter of our very own Huskies and our Duluth community, Volkswagen of Duluth provides you with a fantastic selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles to view and test drive. From the affordable Jetta sedan and Taos crossover to the 3-row Atlas with enough room for the entire family and all your outdoor activity gear, Volkswagen of Duluth has your solution. Contact us today for your exclusive Volkswagen experience. Volkswagen of Duluth, your local sponsor for our Duluth Huskies.
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
Hi, I'm Owen Kasanovich, Highlights Director for the Duluth Huskies. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Oh, the Huskies in danger of ending their 6-game winning streak. It's been nearly a week since this team has lost, and they're 3 outs away here from doing so. They'll go to the bullpen, try to shut things down. Aiden Moffitt ends up going an inning. 1 run, no hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. And into the game to try to shut things down is Tony Pluta. 5'7" right-hander from the University of Arizona. 2.25 ERA so far this year, 1-1 with a save. This is not a save opportunity. 12 innings pitched, he has 3 runs on 3 hits, 18 strikeouts, compared to 5 walks in 9 appearances. His last appearance came July 7th against Bismarck. It's been a while. In a 14-10 win, he went an inning, no runs, no hits, a strikeout, and a walk. He'll face meat of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5 with Compton, Halverson, and Hallquist to lead off this top of the 9th.
Leading off top of the 9th for the Huskies. Designated hitter Brandon
So Compton set to lead things off. Compton, who's got 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout so far. He's singled in his last 2 plate appearances. First pitch to him. Fastball called strike 1. Fastball is going to be what's really dangerous from Tony Pluta. He sits mid-90s with that as well. Here's the 0-1 from Pluta. That misses a little bit up and in. So that's now 1-1. And they haven't been giving pitchers that inner half of the plate today. Outer half, they've called some on those corners, but not as much on the inner half. 1-1 is fouled back. Count now moves to 1-2. Compton looking to try to get a rally started here in the top of the ninth with the Huskies trailing by 6. Here's the 1-2 from Pluta. Chases low for strikeout number 1 for Pluta and out number 1 here in the top of the ninth. Compton's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Now with 1 out, that'll bring up Kellen Halverson. Halverson has reached twice so far, both on walks. He actually did reach on a fielder's choice as well in the 7th, as he tried to hold back, swinging away from out of the zone, but he couldn't. Again, will start 0-1. Sure to stick around for our post-game show. We'll recap this one, preview tomorrow's game. 0-1 is in there for strike 2. Took a little bit off that one, so it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes from Pluta. 0-2 on the inner corner. Fastball called strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts out of the bullpen for Tony Pluta. And the Huskies down to their final out here in this one. It'll be up to Mike Hallquist to try to keep things going with the Huskies trailing by 6. First pitch to him, a fastball over the heart of the plate, 0-1. Game 2, as the Huskies will likely be looking for a split of the series, will be tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch. Pre-game coverage beginning at 6:25. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses low. It's 1-1. Mike is 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 pop-outs. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball on the outer half, called strike 2. Huskies now down to their final out. Hear the crowd here at Copeland Park get loud. Here's the 1-2. 1-2. Check swing. They'll say Mike Hallquist did not go. So that count will go now to 2-2. Now on almost end of the game. Crowd again gets on its feet. Here's the 2-2 from Pluta. Fastball in the inner half of the plate is called strike 3. Tony Pluta will strike out the side, and the Huskies fall tonight by a final score of 11-5. This is a tough one for the Huskies to swallow. They were tied at 4 at one point in the game, but then some runs came across late in the game. Again, Huskies saw what's so frustrating about playing them, scoring a lot of runs late. And that's what the Loggers were able to do here tonight. 11-5, our final score. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the post-game numbers right here on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network.
Be sure to check out the Duluth Huskies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the news and notes during the season. Post your photos and highlights and tag the Huskies throughout the game. Make sure to download the Northwoods League app on your smartphone to keep up with standings, stats, and more for the Huskies. All 68 games this season are now free to watch on your phone, tablet, or computer via the Northwoods League app and help celebrate the 30th anniversary season of the Northwoods League.
Damaged auto glass is a drag. Let City Auto Glass make the process simple and get you fixed up safely and efficiently. They work with all insurance carriers and do the most of the legwork to make your glass claim process simple and stress-free. All City Auto Glass work is warranted for as long as you own the vehicle too. Visit cityautoglass.com to learn more. Employee-owned City Auto Glass. Your safety, our business.
Collectors Connection, located in Village Square Mall, buys and sells sports cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic, the Gathering cards. They also have comics, CDs, vinyls, and DVDs. Stop by the store for sleeves that fit your cards like a glove and find the newest hit for your collection.
Support for the Huskies comes from Bent Paddle Brewing Company in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District, featuring Bent Paddle's World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, Bent Hop IPA. The star flagship of Bent Paddle is available throughout Wade Stadium as well as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. And introducing for the first time, canned Wade Wit. You can pick up a Wade Wit here at the stadium or at Bent Paddle's Brew House on Michigan Street.
Huskies fall in a tough one, 11-5. Welcome you into our post-game show as we'll recap the stats from this one. 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and 9 left on base for Duluth. For La Crosse, 11 runs on 14 hits, 1 error, and 11 left on base. Porter will get the win. Dave Porter, he improves to 1-0. Ethan Walker will take the loss. He is 1-1. Game started at 6:36, ended at 9:23. Total game time of 2 hours and 47 minutes. Devin Dotson did a really good job in the start for the Huskies tonight. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 total, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Ethan Walker goes 2 innings, 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. Taiga Yamane comes in, gives up 3 runs in a third of an inning, 1 hit, no strikeouts, and 5 walks. Liam Thompson goes 2/3, no runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, and no walks. Pitching-wise, Cole Abbott got the start. He went 3 1/3, 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And then Jake Porter, who got the win, went 3 2/3, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Aiden Moffitt went an inning, 1 run, no hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. And then Tony Pluta came in the 9th, 1 inning, no runs, no hits, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. Hitting-wise for Duluth, Callan Halverson reached 3 times, 2 off the walk. Brandon Compton finished 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 singles. Jared Medham had another nice night. He was 1 for 2, had a sacrifice fly RBI, scored a run. Kason Wells reached base twice. He had an RBI single and a walk. And then Lucas Kelly, he was 2 for 4, 2 singles and an RBI. Hitting-wise for La Crosse, it was done all over the place. McPaul had an RBI single. Justin, he had a single as well. And the big hit was Danny Neary. He had a pair of hits, or 3 hits, excuse me. He had 2 singles, a RBI double, a well with a walk. And Troy Leneve, he was 3 for 5, had 4 RBIs, a home run, and a run scored. He was the big player to watch for the Crosse tonight, and he delivered for the Loggers. So with the loss, the Huskies fall to 23-20. They are 7-4 in the second half, fall to 9-10 on the road, and they will look for the split tomorrow against the Crosse, who improves to 21-22. They are now 8-1 in the second half. DJ Burke will be the man on the mound tomorrow. He will be making another start for the Huskies this season. He's been the ace for the Huskies. He has had 6 starts. This will be his 7th, a 5.35 ERA, 29 strikeouts to 11 walks. He is the projected starter for the Huskies tomorrow, and he will face the La Crosse Loggers as the Huskies look to split the series. First pitch tomorrow is at 6:35. We'll have pregame coverage beginning at 6:25 on the Huskies Radio Network. That'll wrap up our coverage here from Copeland Park in La Crosse, Wisconsin. We'll speak to you tomorrow at 6:25. I've been Jon Willis, and you've been listening to Duluth Huskies Baseball on the Huskies Radio Network.